a long time.
We could definitely broadcast for 8 hours. I feel like we can talk for 8 hours and not get, tired.
Very long virtual write-in though. I mean, we have you have things to do this afternoon, so it's not 8 hours.
Right. It's like we can do the writing sprints until about 3:00 when I have to leave.
That would be a long time too. I'm not sure how Max would feel about that. We'd be intruding on his little usual time. He's right on my lap. I don't know if you guys can see him.
Hi, Max. And hello, everybody. We're live to the 4 people that are watching.
Welcome.
Hello, everyone.
And I'm doing a little refresh button.
Yeah. Yep, I did that. And then I said, hello, everyone. Good morning. It's morning here in Arizona. Well, 9:00.
Hi, Franny. I love the little hearts. They always look so cute. I love the little YouTube hearts. They're just absolutely adorable.
Hello, Franny.
Your bookcase, I was looking behind you. Did you, I don't want to say clean them or organize them. Did you do something? Because they look different.
This isn't the normal bookcase that I sit behind or that I sit in front of. This is in my office where like all my desk and writing stuff is at. So I have 2 different bookshelves in the other room where I sit in front of, and that's where I usually film my YouTube stuff and where I do the, Romantics at Heart Book Club live stream with you.
I was going to say, they look different. I was like, are these different books? Did I miss something? I was looking behind you going, what's going on?
Yeah, I have several different shelves, so I have this one shelf here. I have a smaller shelf. You can probably see it like right over here. I have books on the ground just stacked up along like below the window. And then I have 3 more shelves actually in the spare room. So I have books everywhere.
Me too. I have, because I got bookends, and so they came in that J.K. Rowling Wizarding World box, so they're Harry Potter bookends. So on the counter, from end to end, I have books, but because I have the bookends, I think it looks okay. And so then I have them on my nightstand. I have 3 more bookcases in my office. I have another bookcase where my TV's on top of, and there's just like all books underneath there. I think readers understand.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just like you have books everywhere. There's books on my kitchen table. There's another shelf in my dining room where I keep those. I have like the whole collection of the Barnes & Noble leather-bound classic editions, like those beautiful books that just look gorgeous on the shelf. And so I have a bunch of those that I just have in my dining room, and they just look so pretty there.
Am I the voice of God again? I don't know if we're changing, because it just keeps saying, I don't know what's going on with this. Maybe I clicked something differently.
I can't hear anything because I muted us. So if we're echoing, are we echoing everybody?
Am I the voice of God? I don't know what's going on, because I think my little Google Hangouts has something highlighted and I'm not sure why, and that's usually not the case. So if you can't see me, and let me know. If you can, just let us know. Try and figure out what's going on.
Well, when you're talking, I know your little your little green things pop up here, and then when I'm talking, my little green things pop up here. So are we, everybody? I mean, I can see you. That's just because I'm in the Hangout, but everybody in the comments, can you see both of us when we're talking? No echoing, but you are the voice of God right now.
Okay, I don't know why. Because I don't know how that works. Because now when I click on me, I think I'm going to pop up, and I'm not really. Franny's like up above, yes. So I'm not sure. I don't know why.
So does that mean when I talk you can't see me?
Well, I think I have to change manually back and forth, and I don't know why that would be the case. No echoing, but you can't. I think I have to click back and forth to show me for some reason. I don't know why that would happen.
Can see you now. Okay. Woo.
In the Google Hangouts, Nicole and I, we both have our little kind of webcams going. So I guess I have to click back and forth when we're talking now. I'm not sure why. So now I'm going to click onto her and she'll pop up. And then I get to click back over here and I pop up. I don't know why that just happened.
That's weird.
See, now I click over it. There you pop up.
Now we can see you. That's so funny. That's so weird. Huh.
Well, welcome. I'll just click on. So welcome to the virtual write-in. It's so sweet to see you guys pop up in the comments. Would you like to read the comments as she goes to take a cup of coffee as I ask for that?
Yes, I would like to read the comments. Maras is here. Good morning. Oh, she's in the Philippines and it's 12 a.m. Good morning. Hello.
That is writing dedication right there. I am proud of you. That is amazing. Oh my God.
Awesome. Danielle, hello. Shannon, hello. Franny Marie, hello. Everybody, hi. Hope you're having a great morning. If it's morning for you.
I know I had a super quick lunch before we did this because I was thinking, okay, it's noon. I want to make sure my stomach's not growling on the webcam. That'll be very awkward. No, that's not the goal.
Yeah, I did not have breakfast, but no.
Well, should we introduce ourselves, our projects, what's going on today? What do you want to do? What are you guys working on as well? Tell us in the comment section what you're working on today. We want to know. I would love to know what you're working on.
Yes, that sounds fantastic. Angela, you go first, my darling.
I'm going first.
Yeah. Yes.
I like how you just I kind of volunteered you, and you're like, no, I'm volunteering instead. So I think today I'm kind of going to be going back and forth on some projects and kind of giving myself a little bit of a break because my dissertation proposal is due very soon. I'm going to be defending it not next week, but the following week. So I'm going to do a little bit of work on my lit review today because I need to work on my theoretical framework. So I'm going to do the hard stuff, but then I'm going to take a little breaks and go back to my creative writing to just kind of alleviate some of the stress and make sure that project is coming along. And that is a young adult romance. You know, I love my romances. Got to do a romance. So that is my fun project. So I think I'm going to be going back and forth between the two today. So that is my goal. I really want to finalize my literature review this weekend. This way it is not hanging over my head, and then I can just focus on the presentation itself. But I also want to make sure my Camp NaNoWriMo project is also not lagging behind. So getting a little, little stressed out. I want to make sure everything's going well and, nothing's falling through the cracks. So that is my goal for the day. Nicole's nodding.
That's awesome. You don't want to fall behind because I know you kind of had a late start. So I'm glad that everything is coming together for you because I felt really bad, for you. My heart was for you, when you were going through all that stuff. And Danielle, she said she's working on fan fiction and planning my cozy mystery. And I bought that book, How to Write a Cozy Mystery. That's awesome that you're working on that. And sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say that's awesome. Is that the book Courtney recommended or the one that I recommended? I'm just curious which one you found because I actually hadn't read the one Courtney recommended and I just bought it on Amazon. And so that's now my to-be-read list, and which is weird because I thought I'd actually read everything cozy mystery related. And so it was kind of funny that one of the major ones hadn't crossed my path. I don't know why. So if you like it, make sure you let me know. I'm super excited about your cozy. And you are the perfect person to talk to about fanfic. Nicole is the fanfic queen over here. I mean, it's so much fun when she starts saying what she's working on because I'm like, oh, I want to read that. That would be its own story unto itself.
Yeah, so my name is Nicole. My channel name is Who Picked This Book. I'm probably going to be working on a couple of things today, just like Angela. I'm currently working on a Kylo Ren and Rey fan fiction from The Last Jedi. So I really want to finish it today because I want to start like my original work, or not start, but continue on. So I'm going to be hopefully, fingers crossed, finishing that. And then I have a action adventure type suspense novel that I'm working on about female rogue assassins. So that's really nice. And I also have a bunch of edited stuff from past nano work. So I have a lot of stuff that I want to try to get done today. Comments are blowing up. Fanny Marie, I'm working on a dark drama suspense novel. Ooh, I'm rewriting it from first person present tense to third person past tense. Wow, that is an endeavor. Hardest thing ever, but I know it'll be worth it. Yeah, definitely. Danielle says, I got both. Oh, so she's saying that she got both of what you recommended and what Courtney recommended from the Cozy Mystery.
I think the one you recommended is just a little longer. The one that I recommended to the point, just kind of the outline of what cozy mysteries expect guideline-wise. Courtney's, I think, is a little bit more in depth because they did skim the first couple of chapters. So I'm going to read that as well. So we're gonna have to chat about that later. And changing tenses is so hard. I think that was the video I just posted actually, talking about how I had to go back and edit 30,000+ words of tenses and point of view. That was such an undertaking. My heart goes out to you. It's one of those things you don't really wish it on anybody, but you understand the mentality and the writer perspective of needing to change. So I am wishing you all the best of luck because I know just how hard that is. And you're nodding like, yes, I know.
Yeah. I recently told and for my last NaNoWriMo back in November, I finished an original work. I actually won NaNoWriMo early, and I believe I was like fangirling with Angela about that. I was like, I finished my work. I can't believe it. And I had been working on that project for so long that I could just tell, like in the beginning when I first started writing it, like 10 plus years ago, my writing was terrible. And as I'm reading it, like my writing slowly gets better just because I've written other things, whatever. You kind of mature as an author. And I'm just like, I just want to like open up a new Word document and just start over with that. And I remember telling Angela this and her eyes got like so big.
I think I look like a cartoon character because she found this piece of advice on Pinterest, which I will let her tell you. But I had not seen or heard it before. And when she said it, I think I had that jaw-dropping cartoon, eyes popping out of my head moment. It's just, did you actually do this?
I haven't yet. It's just because I'm so scared. Okay, so the advice was that as soon as you finish, like, basically your first draft of editing, or not editing, just your first draft of just getting the words on the page, is right, is just that, like, don't worry about editing, don't worry about pacing, don't worry about, getting things just perfectly right that first time. Just get your thoughts out on the page. And then, so when you do your first edit, you just open up a brand new Word document and then start writing again. Just write it from, don't go back and reread and edit that way. Just start writing a new Word document. And I was like, for a whole novel, that does sound very intimidating, but it's a great piece of advice because, like I said, I have been writing this work over the last 10 years. So to get the novel kind of streamlined and to where it doesn't seem like two different people are writing it, basically, because I was a very different person 10 years ago. My writing has definitely gotten better. So I definitely want to do that soon, but I do want to focus on other things that I'm writing right now, and the comments are blowing up. Maras says, I'm working on my second novel. Ooh, second one. And she says it's a romance, of course. Maras also said, who picked this book? Where do you post your fanfic? I have not posted fan fiction anywhere as of yet. I do want to. I do, instead of, I mostly read fanfiction from fanfiction.net. I know a lot of people post on Wattpad. I prefer fanfiction.net over Wattpad. I don't know if anybody else has any preferences. Should I give Wattpad a chance? Let me know. Shannon Louise, I'm working on a dark fantasy project with a heavy dose of romance, of course. That sounds fun. And
tribe of people. I think we found our tribe.
I know. I was like, that sounds awesome.
You guys really are our people. I love that. That sounds awesome.
And Maras was just asking Fanny, or just agreeing that changing tenses is really hard. And Kristen Ashley, hello, how are you? Hi from me and my niece, McKenna. Hello, McKenna. Hello, Kristen. Hello. Brandy Maurice is replying to Maras. Yes, it flows much better now. That's so good because, yeah, changing tenses is very hard. I have another work in progress. It's kind of like a short story that I'm writing because I found it was like a writing prompt on Pinterest that was really cool. And I started writing it in first person, and I already want to change it because writing in first person is so hard.
I was reading, first I've been taking the James Patterson master class, and then I was reading in preparation for Words on the Page because I wanted to go onto Adobe Spark and pull out these quotes, make them look pretty to post on Twitter and the WordPress blog. And so I was going through all these writing quotes, and the quote he said in the class popped up on a list, and it was how writing in third person lets you move around so much easier, but at the same time, there are limitations. And so it's one of those give and takes. You have to decide what type of story you want to tell, and that's really going to impact how you write it. And this is one of those things of why I think I'm such a plotter. There's a story I've just been thinking about for a year, but I cannot figure out how I want to write it. And that's been such a, an obstacle because I cannot figure out the best way to implement the story. And so these are things, you have to consider. And so it's kind of nice to know you're not the only one in a way. You kind of get to validate one another when you guys say, yes, changing tenses, changing this. It's like, we understand. This, I mean, you guys also write romance, so, awesome there too. So just love you guys. And you're smiling and nodding, just going, yep.
Yeah, I love it. I totally believe we have found our people. That's awesome. Danielle is saying that she plans to post her Once Upon a Time fan fiction. Well, who are you writing about from Once Upon a Time? I love that show on fanfic.net. That is awesome. I would love to read it when you do, because I love Once Upon a Time. And who are you writing about? Is it just like everybody? Is it a relationship? I want to know all the things. Because I started a Once Upon a Time fan fiction for Emma Swan and Captain Hook, and it kind of
I remember that.
yeah, and I kind of put it aside because it's very, very heavy. It kind of like I kind of wanted to write how, if I'm sorry if you have never seen the show and I'm about to spoil it like the crap out of it for you, but the pretense of my fanfic was if Emma had never left Captain Hook on top of the beanstalk, like chained up and stuff. So that it kind of just changes the entire show from there, because that happened in season 2 and there's 7 seasons now. So I was like, if I'm going to complete this fan fiction, it's going to be 7 seasons worth of stuff. And I'm like, I don't know if I can take that on.
That would be a very, very extensive, large undertaking. And hello to McKenna, so cute. How old is McKenna? I know you just said she was your name, so I'm curious. And I remember, Kristen, you mentioned you were babysitting today, so Words on the Page is integrated alongside babysitting. Again, writing as much as you can, the whole goal. And I'm curious to see how you incorporate 7 seasons of the entire program into your writing.
I don't know how I'm going to do that, because honestly, I have watched it since it's aired on TV. So I probably haven't watched season 2 for 5 years. So it'd be really fun to do like the research for that show, just watch all the episodes again, because I really love that show. And but yeah, it's a definite.
You love Supernatural more.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I just love Sam and Dean are just, they're so. Danielle says mine adds on OC to the story. I plan to start from season 1 in its new character story. Oh, okay. So you plan to add original characters, like Disney princess characters or fairy tale characters, because I know there's a lot of fairy tale characters that they haven't added on to Once Upon a Time yet. So that's really interesting. Kristen Ashley from McKenna, since you said her name.
Oh, well, tell her she can type as much as she wants as far as I'm concerned. Hello, McKenna. I will say your name as many times as you want me to say it. It's so cute that you guys are watching the write-in together. I mean, talk about, I don't know, a babysitting experience, watching a virtual write-in. I mean, I think the most I ever did with babysit was just watch movies and stuff. So YouTube wasn't a thing then, so I just aged myself, but
Yeah, I definitely did that. I'm like, here, watch this movie. We'll have some lunch. Go take a nap.
I mean, I didn't really babysit that much, though. I mean, I didn't really live in a cul-de-sac area where it was, kids nearby. So that wasn't really an option.
I watched my older sister's kids.
And I'm pulling up. So I did want to ask you guys, I know Danielle asked this and Nicole and I were talking about this. What would be the best way to hold the virtual write-in? Because we were talking about, chatting a little bit, which, love talking and chatting. It's so much fun to see what you guys are writing and working on. But do you guys want to do sprints? And then we were thinking 15 minutes. Do you guys think that's a good time? So if you guys want to comment and tell us your thoughts about how you want this to kind of go, your expectations, what you're hoping for, that would be awesome. I was just looking down because I pulled up the timer thing. And I also downloaded a couple prompts. One of them is called Writing Prompts, writing.com, and they just come up with like random situations. I could always tell you guys those if you want. I mean, it sounds like you guys already have your projects though, so you don't need any ideas. I was trying to figure out what you guys wanted or needed or be most helpful. So please comment and tell us what you'd like.
That's awesome. You got writing prompts. That's really cool. I like going on Pinterest and just looking at just going through like different writing prompts and stuff because those are really cool. Kristen, Ashley. So this is McKenna again. She says, I am 8. Yay. That's so cute.
So are you 3rd grade then? 3rd, 4th grade?
Yeah.
3rd, 4th grade? Am I maybe?
I would say 3rd grade.
3rd?
4th grade. 4th grade, yeah. Well, I was 5 when I was in kindergarten, so like, and then I kind of just aged a year to every letter grade. So Danielle says, I gave David Nolan an adopted younger sister. That is interesting.
I have no idea what it is, but
well, you need to watch Once Upon a Time, girly.
I made it the first 1 or 2 seasons, and then I just couldn't do it anymore because it
couldn't.
It got a little wacky for me, and I'm also not the biggest like high fantasy person, so I kind of was one of those, okay, maybe when it comes to Netflix or something like that, I'll watch it. So, and I think it
is on Netflix.
Yeah, I just haven't gotten to it yet. I got into, I haven't, I mean, I've only watched a couple episodes, but I just started watching Sneaky Pete on Amazon Prime. I can kind of see why Bryan Cranston would like that program because he's such an anti-hero with the Breaking Bad concepts. And I didn't realize he was the executive producer. He's done a lot of directing. He was co-creator. And so I think Bryan Cranston is awesome. So I wanted to see what his project was. It's one of those, they're all morally, I mean, it's not even ambiguity, but a lot of them are morally corrupt. I mean, a lot of stealing, a lot of stuff. McKenna, you should not watch this show. I mean, it's not TVMA, but it's just not, good representations, role model wise. So I would not recommend this for McKenna. So, I mean, I need to probably find a new show because I actually don't think this one's going to hold my interest for very long. I only watched a couple of episodes. And usually if I like a show, I kind of just get, caught up in it. And I didn't really get caught up in it because I'm not really an anti-hero person. I tried to watch Dexter. Again, McKenna, you 8-year-old, you do not watch that Dexter. Do not watch Dexter. Don't watch that. I tried to watch Dexter. But again, I'm not really a big anti-hero person. I really want to root for my characters, and so I wasn't really getting that Sneaky Pete because he's just always stealing stuff, and he's not really a nice person. So if you guys know any good shows with good characters, let me know.
That's funny.
We have more comments. What's going on?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot more comments. Here we go. Let me scroll up because I think it's Lady Gizmo. Hello, everyone. Good luck with getting those words on the page today. I need to go run errands, but we'll check in soon. Best wishes to everyone here. Oh, you're so sweet. It's good to see you. Danielle says, Prince Charming is David Nolan. They wrapped up yesterday. Oh, you mean they wrapped up the last season? It's so sad that it's ending. I felt like it could have ended a season ago. I honestly feel like when 4 of the main characters decided to not come back, they could have just ended it because it wrapped up pretty nicely. But I wasn't really a fan of this last season. I've only seen probably about 4 or 5 episodes of it, but I wasn't really that impressed by it. But Franny Marie wants as many sprints as possible. And McKenna's saying she's in 3rd grade. 3rd grade. And Franny Marie is just talking to Lady Gizmo. Hi, see you soon. Are you guys meeting up? That's really cool. Kristen, Ashley, she has seen Dexter with her mom, so you are fine. McKenna saw Dexter already.
I don't really know what to say to that one because I think I started watching it when it was on Netflix, and I was probably, I want to say an undergraduate. It was one of those shows where I did, I've mentioned this before, I've done a lot of creative writing classes, and I had a teacher who loved that show, and I wasn't understanding the references. And so because he would mention the anti-hero type of situations, and he would make references that were just over the head. So I watched it on Netflix, and again, at the time I was 21 years old, and I couldn't deal with that stuff. So I don't know how McKenna was mentally processing some of those scenarios, and some of those things even went over my head at first. I didn't catch some of those because I mean, there's an explicitness to that show, and it wasn't something I was going to watch myself. It wasn't until my teacher was making the references to it where I said, okay, I'm going to have to watch the show to get what he's talking about. And Nicole,
right.
Yep.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't seen Dexter. I haven't. I've heard about it. I mean, I think I've been spoiled that I know how it ends, but I think I'm forgetting it or I'm blocking it out. But I mean, I'm more of a. I mean, I love like serial killer aspects because I love watching. What's that show? It's basically like like unsolved mystery stuff and like with I love doing that.
Cold
What were you
case.
saying? Is it cold case? Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think so. And my favorite serial killer of all time, yeah, I have a favorite serial killer, is Jack the Ripper. So I have to buy really everything and anything that has to do with Jack the Ripper.
Oh my goodness. I know we're not even writing, we're just chatting right now. But I remember on Thursday, Ryan Jones, aka Biblio Virgo, we did kind of a how to stay focused on your writing live stream. And she mentioned how she was in Michigan and she got lost, and this is what inspired her latest stories. I remember when I was in England, I just told this story, so I don't know if you guys are hearing this again, so I apologize if it's a repeat. I got separated from my group and we were doing a Jack the Ripper murder tour, and I was so scared because we're taking us to these locations going, oh, and this is where she was decapitated. Oh, this is where this happened. And it's probably 11 o'clock at night. We lost members of our tour group. It was so scary. It's one of those things I will never forget as long as I live. I was so freaked out. And so every time someone says Jack the Ripper, I always get really freaked out because I remember that fear of being kind of lost in England.
Oh my gosh. That is so funny. Oh, that's hilarious.
I don't know what's going on with McKenna. She's watching Shameless.
I know her favorite shows are Shameless and Shadowhunters. I was like, I can get behind Shadowhunters, but Shameless,
very mature third grader, very mature.
yeah, definitely. All right, so
I know we've been chatting for exactly half an hour, so timing wise.
Yeah, we can do like a 15-minute writing sprint, and we can just check back and see how many words you guys got down. Did you want to do that? Does that sound fun?
I mean, I will set I put in my little charger, my little portable charger, so I can do a little 15 minutes on my phone if you guys want that.
Yes.
15 minutes, like 15 minutes, is that a good time? You like 15? You like the 15?
I like 15.
Are we going for the 15? Yes.
Seems like 15 minutes is long enough to get, get a head start and get in your writing and stuff, and then also not so long where we're ignoring you. Shannon says, "Woo, sprint, sprint, sprint." Yes. Franny Marie says yes. Okay, so we're getting excuse me, I'm so sorry. Approval. So 15 minutes sounds good to me. Elizabeth, hello. Elizabeth, hello.
Hi, welcome. I was going to say, this is the first time we popped up in the comments. Welcome to the reading. Oh, Max wants to say hi apparently too. He's wondering why I'm talking so much. I'm not kidding when I say he's on my lap, people. I feel as if sometimes you guys think I'm just saying he's nearby. He's always nearby.
Hi, Max.
And he needs to go get groomed. He has all the fluffy pieces falling all over his face. So
his ears popped up when I said his name. Hi, Max. Hi.
He looked at the door wondering if he was talking to him.
McKenna says I should write. Then Kristen, you should write. Alrighty, so I think are
we ready?
I think we're gonna do it.
I'm gonna press the button then. I'm gonna on your marks, get set, start writing.
Max is barking.
I gave him a treat and everything, so he'd be content while I was writing and talking and stuff, but I don't know. I guess he buried the treat and now he's looking for someone else.
I just saw this comment from Kristen Ashley. McKenna pretended to take Max out of the screen to hug him and loves him. So cute.
He is adorable. He's you know, he's due for a trim, so he's extra fluffy. Is that music?
Yeah, I usually when I write I have Hans Zimmerman Pandora on. So it's just like it's music, but it doesn't have any words or anything, so it doesn't like distract you. Can you hear it? I kind of have it a little low.
I was gonna say, are we allowed to do that? I don't want. Do we get strikes on YouTube for copyrighted material?
You know, I don't know. I don't own the music, if that makes it any better. I try not to put it so loud. I thought with my earbuds you wouldn't hear it.
I was gonna say, I've never gotten a strike on YouTube. I was like, I really don't want one.
Yeah, no, we don't want one. I've never gotten a strike on YouTube either.
Well, you're not supposed to. You're only allowed to play music in increments of 30 seconds if it's an actual song or something, unless it's one of the ones available. And
okay.
But if you play a popular song, you're allowed up to 30 seconds, unless it's a free version or something. I downloaded some stuff from the YouTube library archive, so I have my little happy in the background, and then I have my acoustic sunrise from Final Cut. And so I did look up some of the music kind of standards. They get very particular.
Yeah, they do. You are right.
Ten-minute warning. I'm sorry you used up 2 minutes of your time talking about music.
Talking about music.
your 5-minute warning. 5 minutes and 1 second, to be exact.
5 minutes, 1 second.
You very. 7 seconds.
Oh my.
As soon as you type thing. 2, 1. It's kind of a cute little buzzer though for stopping, right?
It is. Yeah, usually I didn't change it. It's just the normal iPhone
I got
sound.
into it one day because I did the oh, what is it? The one where you have to name as many books as possible in 60 seconds. What,
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
is that what it's called? I remember,
Which one?
is it the Infinity Book Tag Challenge? I did it a long time ago, and I remember going through the list trying to find the nicest, sweetest, not intimidating ringtone because I knew it was gonna go off and startle me. So I remember like really actually spending way too much time trying to find a little timer buzzer.
All right, some comments here. So, Kristen Ashley, I showed McKenna Max's Instagram. I'm never getting my phone back. She's hearting all the pictures.
Oh, that's so sweet. Tell her that's adorable, and I'm sure Max appreciates it.
Elizabeth says, yes, Max, you're absolutely correct. Thank you for reminding me. Kristen Ashley, I wrote the date and time. McKenna says that counts. Danielle says, I had to go get breakfast and I left just as you started the sprint. Oh, dang. How many words did you write there, Angela?
I cleaned up my introduction. I'm working on that, and I found this is the quote. I had to go move it, but then I had to go find the citation for it, the Nathaniel Hawthorne, Scribe of Scribbling Women. I think I told you about this quote before. Yes. So I had to go find the quote, which took a couple minutes, but I got it. So it looks kind of nice. I've got my little theoretical framework going. I don't know if you guys can see, but I have my,
yeah. That's awesome.
I'm working on it. It's not done. It won't be done for a little while, but I am making some progress. And part of what I'm doing is cleaning up the language a little bit so that it does sound more on point. I tend to be a little bit more brief than some of my colleagues. And so I need to make sure I always expand my point enough to get the full impact of what I'm trying to say, because sometimes I try really hard not to talk down to readers, but it's really hard when it's not their area of expertise. And so you do have to explain what feminist resilience theory is a little bit more.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, Danielle says, sorry. No, it's okay. Hopefully we'll be doing more sprints throughout the day if I stay diligent. Shannon Louise says, I managed 551 words. That's amazing.
Oh my goodness. I'm clapping for you. That's incredible. Oh my, in 15 minutes?
That's awesome.
You are an absolute goddess.
She's like, I don't know how. That's a lot for me. That's amazing. Good job.
That's incredible. You are, oh my goodness, a complete goddess. That is amazing. That usually takes an hour.
Yeah, seriously. It's like my goal, like my word count goal for the day for Camp NaNoWriMo is like a little over 1,100. So it's like, and that usually takes me all freaking night. So Kristen Ashley McKenna is adorable. I am sure she is. Franny Marie, 75 words. My 2 dogs decided to climb all over me and my laptop. They gave me lots of kisses, which was a good distraction.
I know. I can't even get mad when when Max interrupts because he's just so cute.
Yeah. So I managed to write a little over 300 words.
What is going on with you? Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. This is intimidating. I mean, you guys are really getting into this.
Yeah, and honestly, it was mostly dialogue, and I knew I kind of already had an idea in my head of where I wanted this story to go. So writing this particular part of dialogue was just a little bit easy because I knew what they wanted to say to each other, the 2 main characters. So I was just flying. Elizabeth, 136 words. I write all first drafts by hand, so I'm happy with that. Oh yeah, wow. Yeah.
How do you write? I've seen her Instagram. You guys should check it out. She writes by hand. I don't know how she does this because I was having this conversation, I believe it was with Ryan, about how my brain and my hand, my brain's working, a million miles a minute and my hand's trying to keep up. And after a certain point, my writing becomes kind of illegible because, I'm trying so hard to keep up. And if you're writing cursive, it just keeps getting worse and worse. So it just looks like it scribbles. I don't know how you do that. I'm very impressed.
That's amazing.
I plot by hand. I make my outlines by hand, but when it comes to actually writing, I could never do it. I mean, I always think of Jane Austen. I know there's medieval poetry and people who used to write by hand and the monks transitioning the book over. I mean, I understand people have written books for a very long time, but I always think of Jane Austen writing her, just out by hand. I don't know how you guys do that. I'm very impressed. You're just nodding, going, "Yep."
Yeah, I kind of outline. I outline by hand. Yeah, so it's like this is an outline for my work in progress right now. But if you look, I just started this. I bought a new journal specifically for it because this bad boy, this is just full of basically character bios, random scenes, and I kind of just wanted to get it, kind of streamlined. So this is all handwritten, but the whole first draft, yeah, that's kind of amazing. Let me see. Did we say McKenna says good job. She is now watching cats versus cucumber videos. And Marat says from 5,895 to 6,236, I wrote 341 words. That's amazing. Good job.
You guys are so impressive. I mean, because I'm just cleaning up language, so I don't even know what I'll keep track this time around. I'll write down the number when it changes to for you. I'll keep track of it this time. But I just got my little 2-paragraph introduction. You guys are amazing.
That's amazing. I love it. I love all the progress we're doing. I love this.
I know. Just tell me when you guys are ready for the next sprint. And so Elizabeth, you have to force yourself to slow down. When you type, you go so fast you forget what you've written and you lose whole sentences and you've lost an entire character. Oh my goodness. But that's great that you know what works for you. I think this is something about writing. You have to know what is going to be most beneficial for your own experience. I think that's something really important that I think all writers need to figure out because it's going to vary from person to person. And who said it? The quote, "Be wary of all writing advice, even this," is one of those you have to, really personalize your experience.
Exactly. That's so true. I'm glad you found something that works for you. It's awesome. And then you have to count by hand, like how many words you did. So, because you don't have that document that says you're on this many words. All right.
I'm holding up a little timer. So are you guys ready for the next round of 15 minutes? Yes, no, maybe?
I'm ready. I was on a roll.
I know you're set. You seem surprised. Oh, the time's almost up. Wait a second. I don't want it to be.
I know. I just feel like 15 minutes just went by pretty quickly. And I guess it does when you're focused on something,
McKenna says we should write about her. I'm very curious about how she even knew there was such a thing as cats versus cucumbers. I found grizzly bear videos because of the paranormal romances. I was curious how grizzly bears actually looked. So I was Googling that, but I've never heard of cats versus cucumbers.
No? It's actually pretty funny because apparently cats are very scared of cucumbers. And a lot of the videos I've seen where they're drinking water from their bowl or they're eating or something and you lay a cucumber behind them. And when they turn around and see it, they freak out.
I've never heard of this. Oh my goodness.
I don't know why. I don't know if, it could be just oh, there's something behind me. It doesn't necessarily have to be a cucumber, but
cats are adorable. I mean, I have a dog, but I love cats, except for, a couple here and there. They bite. So Danielle, you are ready. She's ready to go. I mean,
she's ready to go. She wants the sprints.
I saw that on Twitter. This was one of, you requested the sprints. And then Elizabeth, it looks great as a teacher to have your notebook out at lunch, inspiring students. Oh, I would have loved to have a teacher like you. I would have loved you as my teacher. Go back to school. Go back to, what grade do you teach? I was going to say you teach elementary or middle school? I think middle school. Maybe. Could be wrong.
When she was saying about the whole leaving out a character, she said, I had to go back and rewrite an entire novel because he was actually a pretty important piece of the puzzle. Oh no, because you forgot a character.
Just got a couple more comments.
Yeah. Kristen Ashley, YouTube videos where cats are frightened by cucumbers being on the floor. I'd never seen them before. Nicole is correct. She is so happy. Danielle, I saw Eddie yesterday, or the cat that looks like Eddie. I send you a picture and he kept rolling around and meowing. Is that Eddie from the first Cozy Mystery book or the second one?
The bookmobile.
Yeah, yeah. Ow. And yes, I obsessively count 3 times at least every time I get done writing a sprint or I have to stop for whatever reason. She counts how many words she's written. Shannon Louise, I think if I put McKenna in my book, she would be the most interesting thing about it by far. And Elizabeth said, I am also ready for another sprint. So I think we are unanimous.
It's sprint time. I am putting my
sprint time.
I know, you guys get to see the every time I have to log in, Max is my background. I just throw that out there to show you. So
of course he is. He's your world. He's your baby.
So we have 15 minutes on the clock starting right now. Good
luck. Max is concurring.
That's Max's way of saying good luck, I guess. He just wanted to say hello again. 8 minutes and 30 seconds. I was going to give you a 10-minute warning, and I got so engrossed, I just forgot.
Yep, that's what happens.
I need a book.
You need a book.
I need to look up a quote.
Oh.
Found it.
Oh, nice.
I had to go find a book because I needed a quote from it. Nicole was wondering where I went. I had to write in for a second.
I look up and your chair was empty.
That's the premise to a whole new novel right there. That sounds like a horror thriller.
I look up, her chair was empty.
And she was never heard from again.
Oh, no, I would find you.
You would. You scared me.
Oh.
Well, that is the best 4-minute warning. I guess I was going to give you a 5-minute warning, but I guess I just needed it to be 4-minute one.
That's so funny.
Your little babies are just being so sweet, and then this little guy is just barking.
Well, I am in my office and I have shut the door, so they are probably with their dad.
One minute and 10 seconds.
Goes by so fast. And stop.
And done. In the last 30 seconds, I was checking my Twitter, and Krista was posting over there as well. So I sent you a high five because you said human beings were watching, and you are. She's true to her word, her Twitter word.
All right. So, got some comments. Kristen Ashley says, McKenna is going to do math homework while during the sprints. Hashtag babysitter of the year. Elizabeth says, go McKenna. Morass says, I got to the part where I planted the seed of conflict. So yay, that's awesome. It's probably going to pick up and just go from there. All right. So how many words did we all get done in this sprint?
Well, I mean, I got 309, so I was very proud of that. I was typing paragraphs about my methodology over here, and I was just plugged away and very proud of myself. I didn't even insert the quote yet. I didn't even get to say, hey, it's because of the quote. No, that is all me.
That's awesome. Shannon, 485 words this time. My brain hurts. Oh my gosh, girl, you are getting it. Chris and Ashley.
By the end of this write-a-thon.
She's like, I won NaNoWriMo today.
This is my other Wordsonthepageathon shirt, but the logo is much smaller. You are going to win not only Wordsonthepageathon, but you're going to finish your novel by the end of this write-a-thon. That is a possibility.
That's awesome. Kristen Ashley, 119 words. Danielle, I wrote 654 words. I'm trying so hard not to edit. I can see I have a lot of errors. Editing is for later. Editing is for later. Just get the words on the page. Yeah. You see what I did there? I did not do so well this last round. I think I only got 179. So, but
hey,
right, I did better the last round, but as I was writing, I made the mistake and went back and reread what I wrote, and then I deleted like half the stuff that I wrote. So, Marissa, she wrote 453 words. Elizabeth, 48, ... My mom made fresh banana muffins. Ooh, that sounds good. Just reminds me that I have not eaten breakfast. Made some muffins.
Well, I'm drowning my Starbucks coffee over here. This is my coffee latte today. And guess what? I already had my Trent Very Berry, so this is my second Starbucks trip for the day.
Oh, wow. And it's only, what, 1 o'clock?
It is 1:14, and I'm on take 2 over here, so today's an extra caffeine day.
Yeah.
Well, because I'm trying so hard. I was looking down at the Twitter for Words in the Page, which is why I was responding to Kristen, because I want to make sure I'm posting and, try my best to be inspirational and help everyone out. So, it does, focus-wise, you do need a little extra caffeine boost. There's a reason why I think I only organize this every so often. I mean, it really does take time and, to post everything and keep up to
Yeah. You're amazing. You do all. You are the Twitter queen. You are amazing.
Oh, I'm trying really hard to make this the best possible experience. So I wanted to look down and, it takes a lot to stay on my game a little bit. Maybe there might be a third Starbucks trip in my future. We don't know.
Hey, Starbucks, whatever keeps you motivated.
Well, I mean, there's one every 2 blocks in DC, so it's not like it's a real trek to go find one.
That's true.
So you guys made a lot of progress. I'm proud.
Yeah, I see, when you're in, you get to a point in your writing where you see the light at the end of the tunnel where you can see the ending getting really close. That's how I feel about this, fanfic. And, I didn't mean for it to be this long, but that's like, how everything goes.
How long is the fan fiction at the moment, or what's the goal for the fan fiction?
Well, it's 6,728 words at this point in time. I probably have another, it's kind of hard to say. I think when I last, it's hard to see the page count, page setup. Nope, that's not what I wanted. It's hard to see. I'm writing on my iPad, so it's kind of hard because if I'm on my desktop on Google Docs, I put I have a header that has the page number that's on there. And I think the last time I checked it, it was like 19 pages. So I feel like there's just one more major scene after I write this one. And then it's my vision of where I wanted this to go is done. And it's kind of, I'm redoing the entire ending of Star Wars The Last Jedi. So it's very close to being done. So I probably have like another maybe 2,000 to 3,000 words, maybe.
Oh, that's not that bad. I thought you were going to say probably 10,000 or 15 or something. You said you had another, a few scenes and stuff.
I could probably get to 10,000 words and it would be hopefully done. It all depends on where I'm at the mercy of my characters of where they want to go. Because honestly, I didn't think it was going to be even this long. So it was,
the characters, their voices. Oh,
they want to be heard.
Oh, we got comments. You guys are commenting away. I love that. I love seeing the little feed pop up.
All right, Danielle, have you ever lost stories? I was going to edit some of those stories from last year that I had on my flash drive, along with my once crossover with Murdoch Mysteries I wrote recently, and they are gone on my. Then they are gone. My flash drive broke. That is terrible. I actually, I did do that. It was totally my fault. It's not that my flash drive broke, but I deleted. One of the best advices I ever heard, piece of advice that I ever heard, sorry, don't know what I just tried to say there, but one of the best pieces of advice that I heard is when you're writing, don't ever, ever delete anything. And that is great because I actually deleted a newer draft of my first work in progress, my contemporary romance that I actually finished for NaNoWriMo in November. And I was so sick to my stomach when I found out that I had deleted the newer draft because I was going back and rereading and I'm just like, wait, I thought I totally deleted that and changed this and blah, blah, blah. You know how, you change some aspects of your story. And then and then I just had this sinking feeling. I was just like, I just recently deleted something and it was the newer draft and I about cried for 5 hours.
That's absolutely terrible. I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah.
I get really paranoid. So I think I've talked about this a little bit before, but I've had a lot of every computer problem in the book. I get paranoid. I'm paranoid about my technology and all the issues you can have with it. I back up my computers so frequently, and I always do save as. I never document. I never save over anything. That's my biggest thing. Every time I add, a couple hundred words, every time I add anything really, I always do save as, and I have numbers. So I have a draft. I kid you not, it has at least 70 different, save as. Because I never want to go over anything because I've done that before where I've deleted something and gone, oh, what? And you can't, do the Control-Z all the time to re-get what you lost.
Yeah.
So bad. It's so bad.
I was so sad. I was just like, and my husband, he's a computer genius and guru. And I was like, is there any way I could get this back? And he tried everything. And he's like, I can't find it, babe. I'm like, God dang it. I was so sad.
I mean, I think this creative writing, and I think I mentioned this in a video one time, when I was doing my master's thesis, my computer died and it crashed. And this was right before it was due, and I had to give my giant presentation and stuff. And so that was absolutely the worst. Now I have an external hard drive that I save things to. I email things to myself all of the time. I just saw the pop-up. I can't read it. Someone mentioned Dropbox. I have a Dropbox. I have everything, all my, little parameters in place.
Yeah. I have an external flash drive or external hard drive. I have flash drives. I have it saved in Microsoft Office. I have it saved in Google Docs. I have a time capsule that's linked to my MacBook Pro that, it syncs to it every day. And I'm just like, I'm never losing anything ever again.
Oh, you're stretching your legs. Yes, when we take our little breaks, stretch, get coffee, get tea. This is the perks of doing sprints. You get to have little moments in between, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
So your brain shouldn't fry.
Yep, Dropbox. Kristen says, I had to delete a Gmail account a little over a year ago due to a guy and ... issues. So I lost my Google Drive account once. Oh, man. And Danielle's saying she's going to use Dropbox, OneDrive, and Google Docs from now on. I like Google Docs just because it automatically saves. Is that correct? Like every couple of minutes it saves?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I like that. And then also, I don't have to lug my laptop everywhere. I can bring my iPad on my phone. It's like as long as you have Google Docs, it's like everywhere,
I think that's also one of the reasons why I love not Final Cut, Final Draft for screenwriting, because it's prompt every, I think, 10, 15 minutes going, hey, you haven't saved. And it just reminds you. And I go, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that final draft. I like you.
That's nice. Yeah. Danielle says she likes the save as idea. Maraz says, that's literally my nightmare. All my files gone. I would wake up drenched in cold sweat. Monsters got nothing on me. It's so true.
It really is, because I think the other thing is, too, for everybody, but there are some times where I'll be in the moment and I don't know if I could be able to recreate that scene or word it in a particular way. And so sometimes, you know, that might be your one moment. And I mean, the other day I was working on something, and I'm not a pantser, but I was kind of changing things as I was going, and the scene really evolved, and I was just so happy. And, you know, I was writing for like an hour, and I don't know if I'd be able to recreate that because of the mentality and just the timing and everything. It just kind of was working out really nicely. And so sometimes I don't know if you would be able to go back and recreate. I mean, this is the beauty of knowing the scene versus, you know, implementing your idea almost. And you're just nodding your head completely.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally get that, because when I had lost the newer draft and I had to rewrite, basically I had to go back and change all the things that I had changed and then continue on the story. I'm just like, it's never going to be that original idea again. It's never going to be the same. And like how you know that, you know, it just doesn't, it could not flow like correctly because, you know, like you have to go back and change it and it might not be the same, and it just doesn't work the way it did the last time because it's not the same. And I was just like, man, this just sounds so terrible.
I think this is also partially why, I'm a little old school. I will print out my whatever working draft because I make my edits by hand. I don't go into the computer and edit as I go. I will print out whatever version is my last version or the one I want to focus on. I will print it out and make all my revisions by hand. And so in the back of my you know, I just have this in the back of my mind. No matter what, I always have this version. I could always retype it. I could always, you know, do something with it because I have that printed version of my handwritten notes. So to me, it's one of those, you know, multiple safety elements in place. I mean,
yeah,
because I mean, again, I've had every tech issue in the book. I've lost things. I've had more than one computer crash on me. I mean, I've gotten logged out and locked out. I've had I've been hacked with my email before.
Oh my goodness.
You know, when you mentioned the boyfriend, I just had a stranger take over my AOL one time. That was brutal. And then same thing with my school one. I got locked out of that. So I mean, I've had a lot of tech problems, which is why sometimes I fall back to that. Okay, no matter what, I have my paper. I got the paper version. No matter what else happens.
Exactly. Which is what I started to do. I have I don't think it's in this room, but I have a just a 3-ring binder that I've printed out. Like when I first draft, I'll print that out, and then I don't make my edits on paper like you do, but when I give my work to someone to beta read and they make edits, that's how I have this one. This is just two. I think this is this is one short story and then my current work in progress that I sent to someone to beta read and edit for me, and he actually printed it out, and that's how he did the edits on here. So I have that. So I will keep that in my 3-ring binder too. So I do have, like you said, like you have the hard copy, you can always retype it and things like that. So yeah, that is genius.
I mean, I have a 3-ring binder like you do. I will dedicate binders to certain stories. And then I also went on Amazon. I can probably find the link if you guys are interested in it. I found these nice boxes. They're really, really pretty. And so I have certain boxes for certain stories because I do print out multiple drafts. I do edit by hand. And I'm not one of those people where I will finish the entire document, you know, the entire draft. I will edit in chunks because sometimes I think that really helps me go back and revisit certain things and figure out how to expand. So every 5 or 10,000 words, I print out a fresh and edit, which is why it takes me forever to finish things. There's a reason why I haven't, you know, been published yet. There's a reason for this. I have my process. It works for me, but it's a long process. But I have my boxes where I keep all my old drafts. So again, I gotta have safeties in place.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just, yeah, that's so true, because honestly, I never want to feel that feeling again where, you know, I lose something, because honestly, I was just sick to my stomach and crying, and it was terrible.
Oh, when my laptop crashed, when I was losing my thesis work, I was hyperventilating, crying. I was so ridiculously upset. And Max was there, and he didn't know. Again, Max has been with me for a very long time, people. Max was just looking at me with those big dog eyes of his going, Mommy, I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. But he was, he just looks so sad. So sad.
Yeah, my husband, like when I I rarely show any type of emotion like that. Like there's probably, I mean, I don't know what it is, just emotion, but I rarely show extreme emotion like that. So when I probably have broken down and cried in front of my husband 2 times in my life. So, and one time was when I lost that, work in progress. And he gets just this scared look on his face. He's like, I don't know what to do. Like, what do you? And I'm just like, just cuddle with me.
But I don't know how.
Yeah, exactly. He just gets that deer in the headlights look like, what do I do?
Well, that's the thing too. It's hard to really do anything. You just
Yeah.
gotta be and be there in that type of situation.
Yeah, he tried really hard to get it back, like for me, but he's like, I can't. And he tried really hard, and he tried everything he could do. And then, I just had to accept it, put my big girl panties back on, and just do it, like rewrite it. And I did. And I actually finished early. That was, that was nice.
Oh, I know. I was so proud of you. I think I sent you every single GIF where I was like, just amazed with you.
Yes. I know. It was fun. And after, seriously, since I've been writing that thing for 10 years, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel and that realization where like, I could actually finish this, I was elated. I was just like, I was typing, I was dancing like this as I was typing the final, scenes and everything. And I'm like, this is amazing. It's finally done. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I just got a notification that Elizabeth subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. You're so nice.
Subscribe to you. You're amazing. I want everyone to be subscribed to you. I see her numbers going up, and I'm always so proud of her. I'm going, oh, people are finding her. I love my Nicole. I love her. I really do.
It's kind of a rush when you check and you get I get the notifications, and then you go in and you check your channel and your numbers have jumped. It's really nice. I honestly never thought that. I think I'm at like 525 subscribers now. I never thought that many people would like to be watching my face.
I invite Nicole on my channel as often as humanly possible because I love her face. I just want to keep inviting her back over and over again. I love her, and I'm gonna be joining her on her channel for her first ever live stream. And what? How many weeks? 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks I think, or probably less than that. Hold on, let me see.
It's not next week. It's the following week.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not this coming Tuesday because that is our Who Picked This movie live tweet for Love Between the Covers, and then the next Tuesday after that we are doing the Rip It or Ship It tag live on my channel, and I'm very excited.
People were commenting on my channel saying they really like Rip It or Ship It tags, and then I just had a conversation with Nicole going, okay, why don't we just do this live, and then people can tell us if they would Rip It or Ship It, and we can kind of debate our answers a little bit, because I'm also choosing the men and she's choosing the women, so we also don't know who is in this, so it's all going to be done very impromptu, live, a lot of fun. Obviously, we get along very, very well. We just keep inviting each other back on channels, which really is.
Right. It's just awesome. It's great because I love Angela. She's so wonderful and nice and supportive and lovely and encouraging. I can't say enough nice things about her. So.
And now I'm blushing to no end. and now my face is gonna crack.
You're my YouTube bestie.
You're just my best friend in general, not even YouTube. I love Nicole.
I love you so much. You're like, seriously, it's just fun. It's just fun when we do stuff together.
It's like hugging her through the webcam.
I know. I'm just like, hug. Elizabeth, I love that feeling too. Glad I could help you out. You're so sweet. Thank you so much.
Now everyone should subscribe to Elizabeth as well. She's always posting something. It's incredible. I don't know how she does that.
Let's see.
She always has something. And I remember I need to catch up on her videos because she has so many of them. I think the last one I watched was her Heather Wells, Meg Cabot, the mystery novel review. And I still haven't read that book, and I really want to.
Done.
Kristen's comment is so cute and sweet. Oh.
Kristen, actually, she is your awesome too, Phoenix friend. Yeah, I just found out that Kristen and I live in the same city, so that's really fun. Danielle, I only have 2 videos on my channel, test video of me just filming outside and one of what's in my makeup case. Nice. Let's see. What's in my makeup case? Test. Are you going to be filming more, Danielle? And Elizabeth, yes, Angela is awesome.
Oh, you guys are making me cry. Oh my goodness. I still haven't posted it yet. Because now I've surpassed the 1,000 subscriber mark. I'm now at, I think, 1,300, and it's so amazing. But when I surpassed the 1,000, I filmed my little thank you giveaway. I just haven't had a chance to edit it. Editing takes the longest time. I always tell you guys this. I'm very upfront about it. But when I was filming that giveaway, I was starting to cry. Like, how many people? I couldn't believe that many people hit the subscribe button, and it's so. I mean, I know there, YouTubers have millions, but to me, 1,000 people hitting your button to see your face. I mean, oh my goodness, I was crying. I was so emotional. It was just one of those moments where I I couldn't believe it, and I'm still kind of in awe. Every time I see that number go up, it is just always, it's so surreal to me because I started it. I was I wasn't on a schedule. I kind of did it periodically, and then the last year and a half, 2 years, I've really started trying to put more effort in, and so it's really I don't know if there's a validation or satisfaction in knowing people like what you produce and like your content. I mean, there's something so amazing about it, and so I mean, you guys are gonna make me cry right now.
Yeah, definitely one of my goals for this year is to post more regularly on my YouTube channel, which I have been doing a great job these last couple of months, which that was sarcasm. But I definitely want to post more regularly. And comments are going.
I know. I was looking at it. It says it was 3 months ago. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Come on, Angela.
No, I have like my watch list, because now YouTube lets you have your watch list, and my watch list is insane. I have to catch up on so many people's channels because so many people are amazing. And Elizabeth, I love you. Like, I want to watch your videos. I really, really do. I just need to have the time. And even today I'm working on the dissertation. I've been very upfront about that. This has been the biggest time suck because I've had so many problems. So I don't even vlog. I stopped vlogging about my journey specifically, even though they were getting a lot of views, and I don't know why they were getting that many views, because I just didn't have anything nice to say about my journey. And it would have just been me sitting at the computer just going, okay, I have nothing today.
I have nothing new to say, but
nothing new. Catch up. I mean, I'm hoping, because I have to defend in a couple weeks, so I'm thinking after that I'm probably just going to take a week to myself to just relax, and I'll catch up on BookTube and AuthorTube and all those wonderful things.
Danielle says, I am nervous about being in front of the camera, so I'm just making practice videos at the moment. I want it to be a BookTube channel. Yeah, Danielle, I was really nervous too at first when I first started my channel. And sometimes I still get nervous. I still, like, when I film review videos, specifically, like reviewing books, I never know what to say or how to get my feelings across. And honestly, it's just practice. I go back and watch some of my first videos and I'm like, ooh. But yeah, it's practice makes perfect kind of thing, even though I'm far from perfect right now. I think Angela's perfect.
I think you're perfect.
I think you're perfect.
I mean,
And
for me, I mean, it's a process. I mean, when I first started, even though I used to do interviews, and I worked for a political outlet and stuff doing journalism. So I have the equipment. I have the tripod. I have the camera. I have all this stuff that you can need. I have Final Cut. But I did my first video on my webcam because that felt less intimidating. And so the first few, if you go back to my original videos, I'm sitting in front of, I think, my closet, and I'm talking to my webcam, and my book cover is backwards because I'm talking to the webcam. And so even though I had the equipment, I wasn't comfortable sitting in front of the camera yet. And so I had to kind of work up to that. So I think my first probably 7 or 8 videos at least were done with the webcam because I was comfortable. And I mean, it's a learning curve because it's not something you've done before. I mean, it is weird when you start out. At least it was for me. And now I think I'm more comfortable. And I think it helps when you have kind of this support in place. I mean, I get Nicole every time she gives me her little heart, like heart Nicole, when she comments.
Yeah.
Helps. I mean, once you start to realize, oh, people like what I'm doing, you start to feel confident. I think that adds, a safety, and you get more. I don't know. Once you start getting your confidence up, you'll be fine. I have the utmost faith in you. I really do.
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, I'm not, sophisticated. I film on my phone. I recently just got a actual like clip holder to hold my phone, because before that I just kind of propped it up on a stack of books. I was so high tech. It was so great. And because if you actually go back to some of my first videos, when I first started putting bloopers in my videos, you'll actually see some scenes where my phone actually falls and like drops onto the kitchen table or wherever I'm filming, because I have it just propped up on some books. I recently, I think last year, got a little clip that you can just like put on the end of a table and it holds it for you. And I edit everything in iMovie. I mean, I didn't really download any kind of editing software, just whatever came on my Mac. And yeah, I film on my phone. I don't have a special camera. I don't have a tripod. I don't have any lighting. I use, natural light from the sun, or I just turn on all the lamps in the room that I'm filming in. So I'm very low tech. I'm a low tech booktuber.
I'm going to say, I don't know if you want to see my camera. This is my camera. This is
oh, wow.
Pops out so you can see what you're filming. And every so often you'll see me in the bloopers going, I can't tell if I'm in frame or not, which is super frustrating. I got my microphone. I think this was maybe $19 or $20 on Amazon.
Nice.
I do have lights. I have 4 of them, to be specific. I have lights. They're not the professional grade. I think I bought, they came in a pack of 2, and then I had another one that I bought specifically because the other ones kind of made me look washed out. So you have to angle them. But again, I don't have a home. I live in an apartment. So you have the, option to move back and forth. I don't have that. I have one window. So the natural light is much more limited. And then I use Final Cut. And so that one is expensive. That one is, I believe, $200 for editing. I purchased it a few years ago when I was an undergraduate. I purchased it a few years ago when I was doing a making documentaries filmmaking class. And so because I did classes on filmmaking and I wanted to be able to edit in my dorm room, I wanted to be able to edit at home if I visited my parents. I didn't want to have to be limited to just my that one editing room, which was, by the way, in a basement, really dark, really creepy. It wasn't even available at the best, most convenient hours. I think the lab closed at 8 o'clock or something. And so in order to be able to do my projects for school, that's when I bought it. And then when I started doing the journalism stuff for the other programs and outlets, it just kind of worked out. So for me, it just kind of, I just had everything already. So then I was able to say, hey, I'm going to put all my equipment towards BookTube now. So
that's awesome. That camera looks sweet.
I didn't specifically buy it for YouTube to do YouTube though. That's kind of the, the hiccup catch me too there. I didn't have this when, thinking, hey, I'm going to be a YouTuber. I had it because I had been doing stuff prior to this. So it kind of worked out that way.
Right. Elizabeth says, "Oh, Nicole, I just got the notification that you subbed me back. Thank you. You're welcome." And she loves you too.
Oh, you guys make me cry.
Danielle says, "I would have to use my phone or computer camera." Honestly, I feel like I have the iPhone. It's not the 8. It's the one before that. So I feel like the iPhone cameras are just amazing, especially if you go in and change your resolutions. So they're very clear, and I don't feel like I have a problem with like clarity or quality when I film on my phone. So honestly, that's a very good option, like for you. I feel like newer phones are, just as up to par as some of, actual cameras. But so that's why, I film on my phone. Elizabeth saying she uses her webcam as well, and occasionally my phone. No lighting, no pretty setup, much like Nicole. Danielle, the natural light in my room is really good, but at night the light from my lamp is not so great. I tried the webcam during the day and it was really good. Danielle says, thanks for the sub, Nicole. You are welcome. Yeah, honestly, what I have the most problems with is filming at night and lighting, because regular lights, lamps, things like that, they cast a yellow, like a yellowish hue to your videos. And if you don't like that, it kind of looks like a yellow filter that's on your videos. If you don't like that, it probably wouldn't be a good option for you. But there are, like Angela said, there are lights that you can purchase, like ring lights and stuff, that kind of make it better for you, and it kind of eliminates that yellowness. Kristen Ashley, I have a Mac, so we'll use my webcam. Yeah, they're good cameras. They're honestly, it's an option. You have lots of options that you don't have to go out and buy new setups and stuff like that. So the tipping point of, because I actually wanted to start a YouTube channel for a very long time, but I didn't know how to do it. I didn't have a lot of confidence. But when I got my new phone, it kind of was the tipping point. I was just like, this camera is actually really awesome. So that kind of gave me the option to do it. So it's great. I feel like I've been rambling. Sorry.
Talk as much as you want. I love you. You can say anything. I was just looking down at the Twitter because I'm trying to monitor everyone using the hashtag, because tomorrow I'm going to go through and find everyone who posted using the hashtag Wordsonthepageathon today, and I will select a winner for $10 Barnes & Noble gift card. I also have some bookmarks and stuff for other winners, so I'll be sending those out as well. So I'll be doing some little giveaways. I just was trying to check to see who was posting and doing what.
That's awesome. I love when you do that too. You're so cute. I love you.
Oh, you guys really are going to make me cry and blush today, aren't you? Is this the goal that you guys established before the live stream? Hey, we're going to see if we can make Angela blush.
Yeah, everyone just, it's our goal. You're so sweet.
Put a little color, make it a little harder for you.
Honestly, yeah, I woke up, made my coffee, and I woke up like this. Well, I changed my shirt, but and then I put my hair in a bun. I didn't have time. I didn't put any makeup on or nothing.
I had curls this morning when I posted my cheers to you with my coffee mug. I changed into my Words on the Pageathon shirt because before I had on my NaNoWriMo shirt, pullover. It's not the sweatshirt hoodie, but the pullover. And then my curls, they totally just fell out. Totally gone. This morning I had a head full of curls. Now not so much.
You look gorgeous.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Oh, she's gonna make me blush. You gonna say, are we gonna do another sprint? Are you guys ready?
Yeah, let's do another sprint. This is actually perfect timing because then it'll take us to the next hour, and that'd be awesome.
You guys are ready for sprint number 3? Round. Oh, you're very sweet, Elizabeth. This is my whole thing. It's really easy to be nice to people who are nice to you and who are just so supportive. I mean, it's so easy to just be myself and, to say and not feel pressure and just be able to tell you guys what's going on. I mean, you guys are so supportive. I mean, I love being a part of this community. This booktube is just amazing. Elizabeth, you were just like, oh, fan, oh, you guys really are going to make me cry, aren't you? Oh, Franny, oh, the little hearts.
You are amazing.
We all decided to see how pink we can make your face.
That's amazing.
I mean, it would be entirely possible. I'm very, very pale, so you can always see when I start to blush. There's no hiding that emotion.
Oh, it's fantastic.
No, I'm just going to leave it on Nicole's face and start clicking back and forth so you can't see how red I'm getting.
No, they want to see your face. Let's do it. Franny's ready. All right.
I know, now I'm going to have to put my little face to show you the timer. So we have 15 minutes. Are you guys ready? On your marks, get set, start writing.
Woo woo.
This is your 10-minute warning.
I say it's just, gosh, it goes so fast.
I know, I'm actually making progress. I'm happy over here.
Yay!
Yes, yes. He's wishing everybody good luck. Oh, shush. No, you're down there. We love you. I love you very much. Oh, shush. Oh, shush. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Thirty seconds.
'And stop.
I'm trying to finish my final sentence.
I know, I was too.
I was trying to just finish typing before I had to hit the button to turn off the little alarm. Well, the look on your face is like, I don't want to stop writing.
I know, I didn't. I'm just like, oh. Oh, okay. So, how do we do, everybody? How did we do?
How did you do?
I'm calculating right now.
Yes, did you guys make progress with your stories? Did you get a lot done? Were you eating banana bread muffins? What were you doing? I still think that's amazing.
I want some banana bread muffins. I got another 250 words in.
I beat you by 5. 250.
Shannon, you are just on fire. 473 words for Shannon. And Danielle just wrote 422. You girls are on fire. You're going to finish your work today. You're going to win NaNoWriMo first week.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, you're going to finish your entire novel and have time for a sequel.
That's amazing. Elizabeth says, at least I was at the end of a sentence that time. That's true. Honestly, like, I heard the timer going off, but I'm like, I have to finish this sentence. I want banana bread muffins, please, for all my trouble. Shannon. Yeah, seriously.
You're getting rewarded. You're getting your words on the page in a big way. A big way. I'm very impressed.
I'm so impressed. That's amazing.
I mean, you've already broken the 1,000, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. You're probably at like 1,500.
Yeah, because the first time around she did 500, and then she did another 400. Now she did, yeah, so her word count. 52 words. Hey, you are making progress. That is all that matters. 7 words, but you help with homework. Hey, you're an educator. You're a good babysitter. I mean, hey, I've been saying this right from the get-go. Write as much as you can. That doesn't have to be 100+ words. As long as you're making progress, your story will get done eventually. But it's not going to get done unless you do these 52 words at a time. So I still think you're amazing and awesome and deserve banana bread muffins.
Yes. Kristen Ashley says, she said, probably McKenna said, I should say 30,000 words though. Morass, I wrote 885. Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
I think I'm stunned. That is incredible.
I'm very stunned. I think I have to pick my jaw up off the ground. That is amazing.
Well, this
in
is
15 minutes.
What?
Crazy.
Oh my goodness.
I bow down to the queen.
Yes. I think that's the highest we've gotten thus far.
Yeah, absolutely. That's amazing.
I think there's a little competition going in the comments.
I know. Shannon, what are your secrets? Yeah, seriously. Let us all know how you wrote 885 words in 15 minutes. That is amazing. I think if everyone was on that level, we'd just be done.
I was going to say, there'd be no needs for write-a-thon or Camp NaNoWriMo if everyone was doing that in 15-minute increments. Oh my goodness. You are an incredible human being, and I am very impressed by that right now. Oh my goodness.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
I'm still stunned because that is just such an impressive number in 15 minutes. That is incredible. That is just unto itself.
Round of applause. That's just amazing. Elizabeth, I wish I could send you all muffins. Oh, that would be so nice. Elizabeth wrote 140 words for me and finished a chapter. Oh, that's amazing. That is a great stepping stone. 1 chapter down. So, yay. My dad says, good heavens. At the 885. Yeah, that's amazing. So
and it's
good.
Really funny. This is a family affair. we've got Kristen and McKenna. We've got Elizabeth. You mentioned your mom with the banana bread muffins, or your dad. This is so cute. I love that you guys are. You have people supporting you, and you have kind of you have your own little tribe, your little family support system. It's so cute. I love it.
That's amazing.
And your husband's taking care of the dogs, so you got rid of your support. You got rid of the distractions.
The distraction, yeah. And I think I hear the wood saw going, so he's probably doing some work on my bookshelf. There's going to be another bookshelf that's going to be in that corner over there. So
he has that romance relationship I think people want.
Morass says, but I'm reading back right now. Oh, so many mistakes. Editing is for later. Don't read back. Editing is for later.
Hey,
just keep going.
Yeah, you're making progress.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
I'm impressed.
I'm thoroughly impressed. I think my jaw is still on the ground. So
I mean, chicken curve. We both hit the 220. Well, no, the 255 and the 250.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm getting to probably over like 500. Yay!
Although technically, I think I reached that because I had a couple quotes. I found a couple quotes for my book because I'm trying to, again, I'm working on my lit review today. So technically, the 250, I think I wrote 200 of them. So maybe I should downplay my number just a smidge.
No, absolutely not. That's ridiculous. You deserve all the credit.
I mean, you have to throw in the definition of semiotics. You can't just say there's something you just got to throw in quotes for to define. And so every so often, got to throw in a quote just to explain. And the other thing is too, I'm trying to be so particular and careful about citing. So I do think probably some of my word count has to come from my citations at the bottom, because last year apparently a girl did something in my program. I don't know what she did in particular, but she had issues with citations, and I still don't think they cleared this up a year later. They're still trying to figure out what the repercussions for this lack of citations or incorrect citations are going to be. Went through the dean, and so I'm always double checking everything. I'm triple checking everything because I don't want that to be me.
Exactly. Better be safe than sorry, because you don't want to be, accused of plagiarism. We have 3 more pages front and back for 3rd grade. For Kristen Ashley. I believe that's from McKenna. Elizabeth, my daughter, is sitting in here watching Miraculous, and every few minutes she reminds me that I have to have 2,400 plus words written by Monday, so I have new stuff to read to the kids last hour. Danielle, I had to delete tab for Facebook because Wildcat Sanctuary went live, and I didn't want to be distracted by tiger cuteness. I don't know what that is, but that's amazing. Yeah, I kind of I feel like I want to go on a social media hiatus while Camp NaNoWriMo's going on, but I feel like I need to be on here for YouTube and the Twitter and for my bestie over here. So I think we all did really good. I mean, honestly, if we want to do one last 15-minute sprint so we can say we did an hour of writing, I would be okay with that.
Comment to tell us what will make you happy. What will make you progress with your writing. Because I feel like we have been going for a while.
We have been.
But I
love talking. It's just easy to seriously sit here for 2 hours and talk with you, because that's how long we've been doing this.
And I was trying to pull up the Twitter.
The Twitter.
I was going to do the one last reminder for one last writing sprint, so.
Yay! One more sprint. I say, let's do it.
Yeah, so are you guys, what are your plans for the rest of the day? Are you going to keep writing? Are you going to take breaks? What are you going to be doing to get your words on the page? How are you going to stay motivated? What is going on?
Morass is responding to Shannon about what her secrets are. She says, my Darth Vader tumbler and coffee. Yeah, lots of coffee. I think Franny would like to do another sprint. She said yes.
I'm just doing a little, I'm trying to type it on Twitter just to remind people that we're still here.
Yep.
See, now whenever I go to type in, I wanted to say it's on, and so I wanted to get the little GIF, and I just realized as I'm talking, you guys can't see me. I wanted to get the little GIF, but every time you go to type in anything with the word it always comes up with that creepy Stephen King clown now, and it always every single time. Every single time. Okay, so reminder posted. We are here. Encourage people everywhere, cross platforms.
Woo woo. Tweet. Okay.
I just saw Elizabeth. She's Writer Baby 13. She's so cute. She just posted it on Instagram. I love you. You're so cute. Aww. And you can see, I'm holding it up. I'm pitching her Instagram now. You can see her handwriting in her little entries.
Aww. That's awesome.
I'm looking at my phone. I love how every so often I will so I always double check my videos before I post them. I always watch, I mean, I end up watching them a lot because I want to make sure my editing and transitions and just all that jazz. And every so often when I pause it, I'm making one of those faces or your eyes are closed or something. So at least it's not a bad shot. I will take it. I will take it. It could have been far worse. So
Elizabeth says, I would love another sprint. I'm starting chapter 19 and getting close to the end of the story that I'm having issues with, wanting to slow down and drag it out. Okay, yeah, absolutely. We're all for doing another 15-minute sprint, I think.
Guys ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm holding up the phone. We got 15 minutes on the clock here, people. So press and start. Aha. 15 minutes on the clock.
And go.
It's up. As the dog is like, yes.
Yes.
Yes. You tell them.
You write those words, he says.
He gets mad at people in the hallway when they make noise, jingle their keys, have conversations in the hallway. He just has to warn them to leave, I guess.
He's like, this is my house.
It is, though. minutes.
Ooh.
Oh, shush. One minute. Actually, less than a minute. And that is time.
time. Oh, all right. How'd you do?
Are you asking me or are you asking them? Who are you asking?
I'm asking everybody, but I was asking you, Angela.
I am trying to find a correlation between stigma, shame resilience theory, feminist rhetorical analysis, and the aftermath of feminism. So I was getting bogged down and trying to find a definition or two in this book. I love Angela McRobbie. I know she has my first name, so there's no bias there. I think she's really interesting. Her research is really intriguing to me. I was trying to find this for a solid 5 minutes, but I actually got oh, how many words did I get? I think I got 205. Yes, I did my math.
Nice.
So aside from the 5 minutes where I was penning through this, so actually, I will take that. I'll take that, as a win.
Yeah. I did another 276 words. Danielle did about 550 words. That's amazing. You guys are doing so great. Shannon, 488, and I've hit 3K for the day. That's amazing.
Oh my goodness. Bow down. That is incredible.
That's incredible.
I'm giving you props. I'm gonna applause for you. Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
Bowing down. She's off to see Ready Player One to celebrate. Yeah, amazing. I saw it opening night and I really enjoyed it. So I hope you do too. Thanks so much for hosting, Angela and Nicole. You two have been awesome. You're so sweet. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I'm so glad you wrote so much today. Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
I know, you are so welcome, and I'm so proud of you. So it's 7. So thank you for stopping by. I mean, time differences. She's in the UK. She's even ahead of me. She's got,
7:30 at night. Wow. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you've earned it. I mean, 3,000 words in a day. You get to go see a movie. I think that works. That is uses and gratifications. You get
Absolutely.
to give yourself something. Good for you.
And Morass, another 591 words. Amazing. You're just on it today. Kristen Ashley, 0 words, but a full page of math unwillingly done for McKenna. 2:30 a.m. in the Philippines, Morass. Oh my goodness, girl, you are a trooper. That's amazing. Elizabeth, 130 words. McKenna has never been so excited to hear a timer. Shannon Louise, still no banana muffins to be seen though. I think Elizabeth did post something on Instagram. She said about her muffins. So
you're gonna go to the movie theaters. You can go reward yourself. If I were you, when I was going to the movies, I would go get myself the treats, the Twizzlers, popcorn. With like all the butter in the world. You get the fixings. You deserve it. 3,000 words in a day. 2 thumbs up. That is amazing.
It is amazing. You deserve all the things. Go and reward yourself. Elizabeth is just saying, way to go, Shannon. Yeah, that is amazing. So
I don't know how you're writing over 500 words, almost 600 words at 2:30 in the morning. I mean, go you.
That's amazing. 2:30 in the morning, I would be falling asleep. So, but you are doing great. Elizabeth just said she posted a picture of her banana muffin on Instagram. That's as close as I could get to sending you one, but you totally deserve it. That's so funny. I think from the word count that I started, I was a little over 6,300 words when I first started. And then with all of the writing sprints that we did, I'm at 7,218. So just shy of 1,000. And I think that's amazing.
Hey, I think everything you do is amazing.
Oh, you're so sweet. Everything you do is amazing. She's the queen over here. Franny, only 126 words total. I ended up reading through what I had and was adding stuff. Yeah, that happens. That happens to me sometimes. I go back and read what I've written in the past and just do some mild editing. So I think we all did amazing. I think this was a rousing success, you guys. I honestly think we all did fantastic. What do you think?
I'm happy. I mean, I'm so honored. I mean, I came up with this idea for Words on the Page. I think was it last year I started this, and so it's so amazing to see people participating and succeeding, and so it makes me so happy. It makes my heart melt and just make a smile on my face to know, you guys are getting your Words on the Page, and I'm gonna get to read your book someday, which is amazing. I mean, I'm still waiting for this one, over there. I want you to finish your books. I want to read them. I mean, I have the longest to be read list ever, but I still want more on it. I want you guys to finish these books. I want to read them.
I know. I was thinking the other day, and I was like, I just want to email you my contemporary romance that I finished last NaNoWriMo, and I just want you to like edit the crap out of it and tear me apart, but also be nice, because, I bruise like a peach.
That's the funniest comment. Courtney lost it when she read that. She was so funny, because I didn't read that. I didn't see the comment, and then she was laughing, and I had no idea what she was laughing about. I think it was when we were talking about, I forget if it was the Cozy Mystery Night or if it was.
Yeah, it was. It was Cozy Mystery Night.
So Courtney, sometimes the comments you guys, like people post, I don't know if you see how quickly they go up, but you can miss them very easily if you're not looking for one. And I did not see one in particular by this little lovely over here. Talking about how she bruises like a peach, and so Courtney was laughing, and I had no idea why, because I'm talking, and all of a sudden in the other frame she's just losing it laughing. It was so funny. It was so cute. You made her laugh, so that was cool.
Yeah, I like to be funny.
See, I don't know how I'd make as an editor. I remember I was thinking about being an editor because I didn't know what I wanted to do for the longest time. I took the GREs, I took the LSATs, I was all, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And so I remember thinking, oh, maybe I could be a literary agent or an editor. But I realized, at the time, I mean, for you, I would do anything. But like, I had that moment of, I'd rather work on my own stories than be an editor for someone else's. So I think you have to have a certain disposition to be an editor, I feel like.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah, when you have so many stories that you want to get down in your, like in your head, and you're like, oh, okay, well, even though like you said, my TBR is so long, I want to read all the books, but I also want to write what, is floating around in my brain. So it's hard to balance the two. Yeah. And you would do anything for me. You're so sweet. I love you so much.
Well, I offered to do a Q&A video when I saw my numbers were going up. I haven't filmed this Q&A video. I haven't filmed a new video in a while. A lot of mine have been pre-filmed, backlog scheduled. Little insight into YouTube world. I have had a lot of my videos have been scheduled, so I haven't filmed my Q&A one yet. But I had the question, would you be an editor? And the answer is probably no. I mean, for you, again, I would do anything, but I don't think I would want to be a professional editor. I don't think I would be able to. I feel like I might get resentful thinking, oh, maybe I should be spending my time on my story instead of someone else's, or if I'm correcting the same thing over and over again, I'd probably get frustrated. I mean, I don't know how that would pan out.
Yeah.
Have you ever edited someone's completed draft or something before?
I'm currently beta and editing one of my girlfriends in my in real life book club. She's writing as well, and her manuscript is huge. I think I have it somewhere here actually, because it's just huge, and it's not even done yet. So this monster is huge. So I printed everything out, and I'm currently in the middle.
Spaced?
Yeah, that's single spaced. Yeah. Huh. So I'm just like, I'm slowly but surely like working on that, and but yeah. Crazy.
I think my other biggest, I mean, I'm not worried about this with you, guys. Editing for this woman, I love her. My biggest thing is if someone gave me something before it was ready, and I'm reading and I'm correcting things, and it's still the first draft, and they themselves didn't do a preliminary edit before sending it my way. I think there's a lot of ways that I could potentially become frustrated as an editor. So I don't know. I mean, that's something that I don't think I would put myself in a position of unless I, grow as a human being or as a writer, and I develop more patience or something. I don't know. How do you guys feel about editing? I mean, because also I would have trouble trying to be nice but helpful.
Yeah.
I run into that. Because again, being a TARA, when you correct papers, it's really hard when you see the same mistakes over and over again to become frustrated. And so it's almost after a certain point, you don't want to keep correcting, but the person made the same mistakes over and over, so you have to point it out. So how do you be nice without saying, okay, look, I'm feeding a dead horse or something? I think there's an art to editing in a way, and that's something I haven't studied to be an editor, but be the recipient of the edits.
I don't when I edit stuff and I find the same mistakes over and over again, it's honestly, it could be just that person's writing style, or they don't, grammar is just so, terrible in the English language, so if you see it like in the beginning and they give you a finished work, it's just going to be throughout. But honestly, I think that, if a person trusts you enough to, give you basically their baby and like, here, like, take care of it. And you do have that kind of line, like, you're their friend, you want to be nice, but you also want to, if something's not working, or, there's lots of mistakes, you kind of want to get it fixed because you want them to have the best work possible. So yeah, it's definitely hard teetering that line, because you want to be like, okay, I love you so much, but all of these things. And that's why I think I also, I don't make any of my edits in red pen. I do it in like this fun purple color. So I'm just like, so it's like a nice color, and everything. I think there was a thing like a few years ago where teachers stopped grading things in red because it created
anxiety. I remember
anxiety and stuff for students. And I thought that was like, back when I was reading that, I thought that was the stupidest thing. I'm like, that is ridiculous. You can grade in whatever you want. And then I'm looking, I think someone actually edited my stuff in red, and I'm just like, oh, that looks bad. So I kind of got, when you're on the receiving end of it, it kind of like, it triggers something else in your brain. So I'm like, so true. Let me write in fun purple.
I think this is again, maybe my, something else that I was thinking of the other day when I saw this question, because again, everyone knows I love the romance genre, but there are certain tropes and archetypes I just don't like reading. And so if I'm the editor, it's gonna be really hard to I don't want to be biased, but definitely get into the story and be able to view it as a reader, because I know as a reader, I probably wouldn't pick up the Playboy or, the Second Chance unless there's like a real reason and they already had great reviews. So if you're giving me a Playboy or, Second Chance romance right off the bat, I'm probably going to be tearing that to shreds in my head, not enjoying it, because that's not the type of book I would want to read. And so if you're giving me that to edit, I feel as if you'd be putting me in kind of a precarious situation in a way, because that's not a book I'm naturally drawn to. And the fact that it's still in the drafting phase and probably nowhere near perfect, like I don't even like those when they're in the finished product for the most part. So if you're giving me a work in progress with the tropes that I don't like, it's not going to be a winning situation.
That's so true. Like you never, didn't really think about that, how like you're certain, like you said, certain tropes that you don't like, if they're present in something that you're editing, it's really hard to remain, unbiased in things. So a couple comments. Elizabeth thinks this was a successful write-in. I do too. It's amazing. Maras just said, I wanted to be a book cover designer for romance books, but I ended up writing one. That's amazing. That's really cool. Elizabeth said, today's total so far, I'm going up a little bit, I missed this one, is 454 words. I'm a little over halfway to my daily goal. Students set me at a 25,000 goal for the month, so I need 834 words a day. That's awesome goal. I think for my 50,000 words a day, I'm at a little over 1,100 words that I have to write every day to meet my goal. So it's amazing. That's one of the things I love about Camp NaNoWriMo, or just NaNoWriMo in general, is that it, helps keep you on track, create your goal. That's, it's definitely attainable, manageable chunks, I'd like to say. And I loved this virtual write-in. I think it was wonderful, very successful. I love Angela's face. I love when she invites me on to do stuff with her. It feels so special.
No, I just want to keep you. I just want to keep you forever.
I seriously wish we lived in the same state and not across the country.
It's so funny because for next year, so for the third year of your PhD, you technically don't have to be, I'm going to be here because of the type of research I'm doing, but another woman, she's leaving to go back to India. Another guy, he's going to be kind of traveling, same with the other person in my cohort. So I'm literally the only person who's going to be staying in DC. Everyone else is going abroad. And even then, they're trying to figure out what happens after the PhD. Are they going to do a postdoc? Are they going to be doing positions? So I don't even know what's going to happen at the end of next year. I don't know where I'm going to be. For the time being, I'm in DC though. So I get all the monuments and locations and museums nearby. And I usually don't even get to go see them because I'm usually so busy.
Yeah, I've actually visited DC when I was in high school, but my husband has never been and he does want to go. So maybe, hopefully someday we might actually take a vacation there and I'll get to see you.
So my piece of advice, come in the winter or do something different because everyone comes in July and August and it is ridiculously insane. It is tourists everywhere. And they all do this thing. Again, I've been living here. This is my, what, 4th or 5th year in DC. They do this thing where they stop in the middle of the sidewalk and look up. And meanwhile, they create these traffic collisions on the sidewalk and I don't realize they're doing that. And then there are people who take pictures of just street signs. I mean, it's interesting. But the problem is if you come in the summer, you mean in these long, long lines because everyone comes in the summer. It's just, I mean, I know DC in the winter is cold. I mean, you're not used to the cold, so I don't know how well that would go. But come in June or come earlier. Just don't come in July and August. Come a little later in September. Just don't come in the busy month.
Yeah, it's quite one of those hard things about living in a tourist town. It gets kind of crazy. We get a lot of snowbirds in town in Phoenix just because the harsh winters where they're from. And honestly, it just creates so much traffic. It's terrible. But I think when I went and when I was in high school, we went end of February, beginning of March. So it was just before spring and it wasn't busy. It wasn't busy at all. So it was actually pretty nice. Elizabeth says, I get really frustrated trying to help and edit. I help students edit their essays for other classes and stopped editing for friends as much because of it. LOL. Yeah. She also says some people also cannot see red or green. I always grade in other colors for those reasons. Interesting. Yeah, color blindness. I never really thought about that. My dad can't see pastel colors like blues and light blues and greens and things like that. Avita, I think this is the first time I'm seeing you on the comments. Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining us. I didn't actually write, too tired to focus on UK time, but been loving watching along. That's so nice. Thanks. Like, yeah, 7:30, I think they said it was there. So it's nighttime. It's nighttime over there. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I feel like I was productive, got a lot done, and it's been a very successful morning here. I want to watch a baseball game in DC. I love the Nationals. I'm a big Max, I don't know how to say that last name, fan. That's from Miraz. Honestly, I don't follow any kind of sports. So that was just really over my head.
It was so funny because there was a day, again, I don't really follow sports either. And so there was a day I was in the city, but I didn't know there was a game going on. And so just traffic. It was just ridiculous because I didn't know there was a game. And if I had known and followed sports, I would have been able to avoid it. Oh, that would have been easier.
That's true. That's true.
DC is beautiful, though. I mean, we just had the cherry blossoms. It was supposed to snow today, but it didn't. And so the cherry blossoms are still in bloom. So it looks really pretty right now. I went to George Mason University yesterday to present at an academic conference. And so I kind of got to explore the city a little bit because I had never been in that suburb before. And then coming back, you always get to see the monuments when you're coming back into the city. So it's always a pretty ride. I like it.
I think when I was in DC, they were just starting to bloom, but I was there in March, so it was really a little bit before. But I would love that because I've actually seen pictures on Pinterest or Facebook or wherever where they're like walking down like this sidewalk and then the cherry blossom trees are on either side, and I just thought that was just so gorgeous. Kristen Ashley, my main job is to edit for college and high school students. I'm a tutor with is it Chegg Inc? That's interesting. Elizabeth's like, bless you for Kristen. Yeah, seriously, for college and high school students. Oh, I think if I were to edit anything, I would prefer to edit fiction novels. Like essays and things like that are really tough for me.
I mean, I've been the TARA, so mostly I've edited undergrad and master's students. It's really hard when you don't want to give them the answer or you see something, a theoretical framework that they're overlooking or they're construing their data. You reach the point where you don't know when. For me, it's hard to tell the difference between guiding, editing, critiquing, because you almost have to be all of them because now pretty much you're a peer reviewer almost in a way. If they pursue a scholarly publication of some sort. So it's your job to say, okay, well, your data, your methodology, it's really hard when their methodology is flawed, therefore their findings are flawed. that is always brutal. That is, yeah, that's hard because you don't want to tell someone they wasted their time, but when you see flaws, you're gonna have to say, okay, either you're gonna have to have the world's best limitations section to acknowledge why you did your methodology in this particular way. I mean, again, with the quantitative versus qualitative data, it's also going to depend on who you're who you're trying to get to read this. I give you credit. I give you credit.
That sounds terrible. Elizabeth saying DC in March was beautiful when we went for St. Patrick's Day parade a decade ago. Kristen Ashley, haha, thanks. There is a lot of exasperation, but oh well. Yeah, that would be difficult.
Especially because you do English for the most part. I mean, I think it would depend on the type of English papers that people are critiquing as well, because I remember reading a paper on Paradise Lost and someone was interpreting something in a way where I'm going, okay, well, I know when he spoke about this, he said that wasn't his intention. So you might be reading this as, is this the death of the author, Roland Barthes situation? Or are we just putting him out of the picture? So again, I think it's interesting when you're editing and you have to make conscious decisions of stuff like that. Do you acknowledge, okay, I'm interpreting this, or in spite of what he said, this is the interpretation I am going with. There's a lot to write and consider. Give you credit. You're just nodding.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I was a teacher's assistant one time, but back in high school, but it was for chemistry. It wasn't for any kind of writing class. So I was like, I've never had to edit anything like that. So I couldn't imagine. Kristen used to live in DC, for a month. She stayed in Phoenix due to trauma. Ooh. And she also edited a novel once in 2015. Wow. Danielle's never been to DC. Elizabeth says, my 8th graders don't seem to know what a complete sentence is. I can't imagine having to edit those all the time.
I think I was talking about this with Ryan a little bit on Thursday. Sometimes, I mean, for a scholarly publication, which is, what I've been, academic writing, you can't have contractions. You have to have the full sentences. You have to throw in your $10 words. But when you're doing blog posts or you're trying to write your novel, you can have kind of dangling and stuff. And it depends on how you want to write. So I also think if you're editing, it depends on, the genre, the intention a little bit. So I think there's a lot of different things to consider if you are interested in editing or what you are producing. I think tone and themes and stuff come into play a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. Just because for fiction writing, a person's writing style, like how they break sentences and how they pause for dramatic effect or, do like the inflections and stuff like that. It's definitely, it could be annoying for someone who doesn't write like that, but it's how they choose to get their word across. And you have to kind of respect that.
Show me the way. And that was kind of the case with that book. She had those breaks. And I myself, in what the romance, the paranormal one that I've been working on, I do have kind of not dangling sentences, but they are kind of stop, short, concise because of the way he's thinking and his point of view. So there's an intent to that. So yes, it might be quote unquote wrong, but for the type of way that I'm trying to get that to be portrayed, it's okay. But if I was doing that in an academic paper, I would be thrown out. It would just not even be considered.
Right. I think there's slightly more freedom. There's definitely more freedom in writing fiction versus academic or nonfiction stuff like that. So
I don't even know how we got onto this conversation.
I think I said I wanted to send you my work in progress to edit, and you're like, ah.
No, I think it just because it was because of the question I got asked about being an editor for real. For you, I would do anything. I mean, you could ask me anything you want, and I would help you out. I mean, I love you. I mean, you can ask me anything you want. But the other thing,
you're so sweet.
It takes me forever to edit. It will take me an hour to do 7 pages of my own work.
Oh, and also I feel like you're a tougher critic with your own stuff too.
I think, and if I'm being honest, I think it actually take me longer to edit someone else's because I'd be more careful with how I'm writing and wording and inserting my own voice. I have to honor their voice and all sorts of other stuff. I think it actually take me longer to edit someone else's work than my own. And it takes me forever to edit my own.
So you're like, I'll get back to you next year.
Like a big chunk of time. Like there's the difference between asking me to read something and like asking me to edit. Like I can read something and be mentally making edits, but like actually sitting down to go, okay, what's the best way to do this? It takes a lot of thought.
Right, it does. It does.
I saw someone popped up in comments. I didn't see what it was, so my eyes were like drifting a little bit.
Oh no, totally fine. It's just Kristen Ashley saying I have mostly run on sentences and what I edit size. Yeah, definitely. I think when in my first drafts, because I'm just like I'm taking the advice like just in first drafts just to get as much out of my brain and on paper as I can. So definitely I miss those commas or I miss those periods or you know I had a paragraph that was like this long one time. I was like, I should probably break that up. But yeah, definitely that's why there's, you know, that's why it's called a first draft. You can edit later. Anything else you wanted to put in?
I think I'm getting a little tired. I was just because I was looking down at my it's gone now almost, and so I was looking at it. And all of a sudden, the Google thing decided it wanted to start working. So I was also looking at that because now it's going back and forth whenever we talk. Whereas before, I kept forth depending on who was talking. Now it's doing automatically, so I don't have to keep leaning in to do this. So
that's so weird how it just does whatever it wants.
I don't know. I just go with it at this point. You know, I think I have like a low key mentality with it where, you know, it's out of my control. I can't do anything and just kind of go with it. I mean, if it wants to be temperamental, it can be temperamental.
Exactly. I'm the same way too. I'm just like, yeah, we're doing this now. Okay, fantastic.
Well, it's just, I mean, you can't, it's out of your control. You're just kind of going to go with it. So, I mean, I've been having fun though. I mean, I love you. I love your face. It's so much fun to talk with you. And I love seeing the comments pop up. It always makes me so happy. It just puts a big smile on my face, knowing people are writing and, you know, participating and watching. It's so amazing. I love it. And
now who's making whom blush? Okay. I love you so much. I love doing this stuff. Yeah, it's fantastic. And honestly, it doesn't feel like we've been, you know, doing like sitting here for that long. I feel like I can seriously, like you said, like you can broadcast for 8 hours. I feel like we can sit and talk for 8 hours. It wouldn't even be that hard.
Well, I think it was on Twitter, someone said, I can tell you two are real friends because of the banter. Someone made a comment. I thought it was like the cutest thing ever. I'll try and find it and send it to you.
About us?
Yeah, someone said, you guys have the best banter.
I'm so excited.
I saw that and I thought, oh, that's adorable. That's so cute. Something, I forget how it was phrased. They said, I can tell you two are real friends. You have excellent banter back and forth. And I thought it was really cute. I think I probably liked it probably a million times. I'll try and find it for you.
Yes, please, because I would love to see that. That's awesome. It's like, even though we haven't really known each other, quote unquote, for very long, I feel like I've known you my whole life.
We do have a lot of things in common.
We do.
It's easy to talk.
Elizabeth said, I have a weird mixture of short, to the point sentences and long descriptive sentences in what I'm writing right now. And it keeps kids on their toes. Honestly, I did see something on, it was on Pinterest. I follow, like sometimes I do, like I look at the writing prompts and writing advice and things like that. And honestly, it's what keeps a reader engaged when you have different types of sentences and different breaks and everything like that. It keeps, when you have sentences of the same length or kind of the same tone, it creates kind of like a boring monotone feel. And when you have different breaks and things like that, it actually works a lot better for you, and it keeps the reader interested, and because they kind of have to stay engaged to see like, oh, where's this going? Like, oh, it's a different flow. So that's actually really great that you have that.
I've heard writing advice a lot. I've seen that pop up a lot. I have to keep people intrigued and have them, and you can't let them get complacent. That's the thing. You can't let them start. I mean, you want to keep them engaged, but you don't want their brain to click off. So I think you're doing fine the way you are.
Absolutely. Danielle says, I plan to do my cozy mystery for next Camp Nano, or starting it anyways. I'll try and write the first 10K. Yeah, absolutely. When I finished my one work in progress last NaNoWriMo, I actually started outlining the my female rogue assassin one now. I outlined to at least chapter 7, and then I wrote until chapter about 3. So I kind of had a head start to this camp NaNoWriMo, which is kind of how I feel like I'm a little bit ahead, and I feel comfortable of like finishing this fan fiction before I start my work in progress, just because I had that little bit of a head start. So I potentially can knock out chapters through chapter 7 fairly quickly because I already have that outlined. It's when I pass chapter 7 that I don't have anything. And so it's going to be a little harder to stay on track, just because it's going to be I'm going to be, pantsing it at that point, a pantster. I am not done outlining at chapter 7. So Franny Marie said, my phone conversations with my best friend last for 10 hours, but we talk like once a month because of it. LOL. Yeah, honestly, I didn't know that we could broadcast from Google Hangouts for 8 hours, but now that I do, I feel like it's not that impossible, because here we are already going on hour 3. So I feel like it's not that hard.
I think I mentioned this to Courtney. I think I was talking to Courtney because I think they changed it, the 8 hours. And so I said it reminded me of the Truman Show about, reality television, just leaving it on all the time. That's kind of what I got. Mm-hmm. That's what it reminded me of. And then you can be like, look, I don't know if I'm Jim Carrey or you're Laura Linney. I don't know who's who in this situation. I don't know
honestly, I've never seen the Truman Show, so don't hate me.
Maybe we don't share a brain after all. Oh my gosh. I love it. You have to watch it.
Honestly, I think it's because that movie, when that movie came out, I don't really remember how old I was, but my dad is not the biggest Jim Carrey fan, so he actually didn't really watch a lot of Jim Carrey movies, so that's probably why I haven't watched it. And now living on my own, I never really picked it up, but I definitely should, since you love it so much.
It's on Netflix. I highly recommend you. I think it's on Netflix. At least it was. It's an amazing movie. I think it predates the rise of reality television, and I think he's phenomenal in it. Laura Linney she's hysterical. I mean, I love her. I know everyone always says Meryl Streep, Meryl Streep, Meryl Streep. I love Laura Linney. I love my Helen Mirren. I know Meryl Streep, she's a gem, but like there's so many amazing actresses, and Laura Linney is one of mine. Just put that.
Yeah, I'll have to definitely check it out. I think my husband's watched it. I don't know. Danielle, I have been trying to outline. I'm a pantser. Yeah, definitely. I think I'm a little bit of both. It really all depends on what I'm feeling. I'm definitely a mood writer, so if I feel like I want to outline, I'll outline. If I feel like I just want to kind of wing it and see where the scene takes me, I'll do that. Elizabeth is a pantser too. I can't wait to see what you come up with for a cozy. Yeah. Any other thoughts, questions, advice? Angela, anybody?
I know, I was looking down. I think writer baby 13, aka Elizabeth, just responded to me.
Oh, okay, got it.
I was trying to follow up. She's so cute. I love her. No, I mean, I want to read everyone's stories. I think this is the beauty of, I love being able to find, your bookish community, and you guys are the best. It's so amazing to be able to talk about writing with you and talk about books with you. It just puts the biggest smile on my face, because I don't mean this in a bad way. I don't have people in my everyday life that I can talk to about this stuff. Academics, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be an academic for the most part, especially in my department. And so, when I read books and stuff and I want to talk about writing, you guys are my outlet. You guys are the ones I get to talk to and, being able to experience this stuff with. And I think it's absolutely amazing you guys are making progress on your stories. I am so, so proud of every single one of you. I'm just, I want to give you hugs through the webcam, but I know that's not possible and that would be really creepy, but I love you. It's so amazing.
Yeah, I'm super proud of all of us, so I'm very excited.
And I can't wait to officially be on your channel for your very first live stream. I think that is just, I'm so proud of you figuring this out. Nicole was trying to figure this out for the longest time, how to do a live stream. And so she said, I did it. I know how to do this now. And so I'm so proud of you too.
You were the first person I texted. I was like, I think I figured out the Google Hangouts.
With YouTube, you never know what's going on. You never know.
Yeah, you don't. Ooh, Kristen Ashley's making lunch. Yeah, definitely. I probably need to eat something soon. Marat says, I'm a nocturnal plotter. Yep, Nocturnal. Yeah, because you're awake. It's like, what is it, like 3 o'clock in the morning where you're at? I think that's amazing.
I was going to say, so anyone have any final thoughts about Words in the Pageathon? Any thoughts about writing? What you're going to be working on later? I mean, if you have any final thoughts, I know we have this weird delay between we talk and when they pop up in the comment section, so I'll give you guys a second or two. But I'm so happy you did this with me today. I know you have something going on later and you're going to have to say goodbye very soon, but I love your face. I'm so happy we did this. It's just, I love being able to talk with you and talk with you guys as well. It's just made my day. So much fun.
I love you too. I love you too. This is actually a really great start to my day. I feel very motivated to do things, you know. Usually on the weekends I sleep until about this time. So it's like because I wake up so early for work during the week, but I'm really glad that I woke up and we did this kind of first thing in the morning. It kind of sets a really good precedent for the day. And yeah, I do have a birthday I have to go to in a few hours, so I will have to say goodbye. But yeah, this was amazing. I think we all did really great. I'm super proud of us, all the words that we've written, and I can't wait to do another one. This would be amazing. I love doing this.
I know, I'm going to do write-ins, even when it's Words in the Page or NaNoWriMo. I mean, we can always do something, figure this out later. I mean, you guys can always tell us, DM me or DM Nicole on Instagram, Twitter, here. Tell us what you want. Tell us what makes you happy. It's going to be helpful. I mean, I'm open to suggestions. I mean, as much as this is my YouTube channel, I mean, you guys are the ones watching and participating. I mean, if you don't like something or you want something different or you want something in addition to, just let us know. Tell us. Let me know.
Yeah, and I mean, I know like the virtual write-ins are a little bit more in depth, but if like just from your Twitter, Wordsonthepageathon, we can definitely do like some days, like some sprints, you know, a couple of times like we did today during the write-in. That was actually really fun, and I felt like I got a lot of stuff done, so I'll like it.
15 minutes at a time can make a difference.
Absolutely, especially when you're writing 800 words in 15 minutes.
I know. What is that? I'm still impressed by that one. You guys are amazing. I mean, I was working on my proposal today, so my writing was definitely a different process, but I mean, I'm looking at you guys going, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know what you guys are for, but I love the little heart smiley face. I don't even know how you do that on YouTube, but I love it.
Yeah, Maraz says, same. I'm so glad I found people who love the romance genre as much as I do. Yeah, seriously. I loved having this kind of outlet to talk, because obviously there is the stigma where you feel like you can't talk to everybody about the romance genre. So I really love it, and I'm glad we have a safe place we can come and talk. And Elizabeth, she's going back to the plotting. I have note cards and a note card holder for most stories. I write character outlines, ideas, and notes and keep them all together in my bag near my notebook. Angela, I think you're saying that you have like a wall in your apartment that has like the note cards and stuff, and that's really a great idea too.
I have it. It's technically supposed to be, it's called a storage room, or just it's kind of a little, I mean, it's not really a real room. It's meant to be storage or something. And so I turned it into, it's called a den. I turn it into like the entire back wall. I turn it into just plotting. And so I also am very visual. So I have all the note cards going up, climax, the falling action, the conclusion. I mean, I plotted it out so you can actually see how everything plays in the story, so that I could kind of do 1, 2, 3 and make my way. But yeah, that was that was kind of an epic, I don't know, I was so proud of myself when I was able to do that, when I saw it finalized. And so I have added some things in between, but seeing it and being able to pull a flashcard off and say, this is what I'm doing today, that has made a huge difference to that particular project. And that one's a romance, it's a contemporary romance, you know, just throwing that out there. But yeah, that one made a really, really big difference to me. And so I've kind of done different things for different stories. I have a much smaller version of my office where I took over, because I don't know what they did with my apartment building, but some of the walls are, I don't know, a couple feet. They have this weird layout. And so I took one half of the wall and I made a smaller kind of version for another story with smaller flashcards, just kind of plotting it out. And usually I take a notebook and then one page will be one scene. So I have to write things out. That's just how I work as a writer. I mean, it's interesting to see how everyone else, you know, has their process and how they implement their ideas, because it is unique to everyone. You're nodding. Yeah,
that's actually amazing. I wanted to start doing that, like just over my desk, because there's a wall here, so that would be really nice. Since I do my writing here, it would be easier just to look up and be like, oh yeah, that's where I'm going. That's a really great idea.
I'm very visual, which is weird. Person, you think, oh, communications, it's always written word. But I'm very visual. That's how I learn. That's kind of how I process and think. And so being able to transcend one into the other really is something that I've learned I need to do. It's kind of the first step. It's one of those, I can't get to doing this until I've done that. And so that's
right. Avita says, loved this, makes a solitary practice so much fun. Builds such a sense of community. Yeah, definitely. Like, because usually when you're writing, it's just you with your computer doing things, and it's kind of hard to stay motivated. But yeah, I love doing this because if we're kind of like cheering each other on, and I really like that. Elizabeth says that I think I'm going to try and pump out at the last 3 or 4 chapters on this novel this weekend. I have 2 other notebooks going with 2 very different stories, so I won't be short on work. That's awesome. All right, final thoughts?
He thinks this is absolutely amazing. Aw, I'm so glad you guys like this. I mean, I think there can be a sort of competitive disposition with writers of, oh, only so many publishing contracts, or oh, only so many books are gonna, be sold. I don't care about that. I want you guys to write your stories. I'm not concerned about competition or, someone else buying your book over mine. I mean, write your stories, work on them. I support you. I love you. And I want you to succeed. I want this to be positive. I'm not worried about competition. I'm not worried about, someone else finishing the words before me. And I feel as if sometimes you see that and you encounter that, or people are judging you going, oh, they're a writer. What does that mean? Or, oh, they want to be a writer. This grandiose dream that's not, you can't accomplish this. You can, you will, and I'm going to read your book one day. It's going to be on the shelves, and I'm going to be very happy to see your name on the back cover. And you're smiling, you're blushing.
I am blushing. Oh my gosh. I just love, like Avita said, like this sense of community that we bring each other, and we just, support each other. And that's really what I think it's about. Like you said, a lot of people are in for the competition, and they want to get their work published before you, or not necessarily before you, but over you, because they want to make sure their work is done. And honestly, I feel like we're a community. We need to support each other. The writer and reading community is, we're definitely one of a kind.
I mean, and I don't mean this to be self-aggrandizing to you or me. I mean, but we're also not published yet. And so, I mean, I'm not selling you something. I'm not selling you, some authors. There's one author in particular, every time she has a video, I mean, she just talks about her own book. And I think it's great to draw on your personal experiences. But I've reached the point where I get that you have a book. I get you want me to buy it. I get it. We're good. This is just about us. This is just about writing. She's just laughing.
Yeah, I'm not published at all. I definitely have, more and more works that I want to do, but the actual idea of publishing, getting something published, creates a sort of anxiety for me.
I mean, it's something that's going to happen. I know I'm going to pursue publication, and I've taken all the classes. I've learned everything that I could in all the different platforms and mediums and everything else. But I think it's great when people can just be happy about writing and not worried about anything else. And so that's something I think is really great. And I'm glad you enjoyed the write-ins and were able to focus on having fun and writing and just making progress with your stories, and that being the success, that being positive, this being your positive outlet and just contributing to your writing journey. And you're just having fun. He's just smiling at me like, yes, nodding.
I'm like, I agree with everything you're saying. Yes.
You look happy.
Yeah, I just love for me, publishing just seems like it's such a far off dream at this point. I just love the act of writing. So I love,
which is awesome. I want people to be excited about writing. I mean, I love it when someone says, I love writing, and that's it. I love that. That makes me so happy.
Yeah, I love it. So I love doing these. These are great.
Well, you make me happy.
You make me happy. I love you. Alrighty. What do you think, Angela?
I was going to say, if you have any final thoughts, tell us now. Use the comment section. Otherwise, probably going to have to sign off very soon.
Yeah, I definitely have to eat some lunch, and then I still have to go shopping for that birthday that I'm going to. But yeah, it's going to be a fun-filled day. Like I said, I love how I started it off this way, and it just creates just a sense of happiness, and that is just going to follow me throughout the day. I love it.
I mean, I think you also get to feel as if you've accomplished something. There's a sort of satisfaction in knowing you have some of your words on the page and you're already making progress. That's something I like to do and why I like to write in the morning, because no matter what else happens the rest of the day, I was this worked for me. I was happy. I did something. I think that's something that I always try and do if I can. If I can wake up, I think that will set my day off on a completely different note. And I mean, as she knows, things have not been easy this year for me with school. So, I mean, if I could do something positive to make sure something was positive, I tried. And that was getting right, that was writing. That was getting on the page and, starting my day off the best way I could. So, writing, positivity.
Yeah, it's great to start off. And that's the thing. Like, I just have to, get myself to get up. But, ooh, Courtney. Love you, ladies. I know I'm late, but I just love you. You're so sweet. Franny says, thank you so much for doing this. You're welcome. And honestly, if you want more of this, more virtual write-ins, more sprints from Words on the Page, I'm pretty sure we could do that. But yeah, any other final thoughts? Because yeah, we're gonna sign off here. But last final thought for me, Angela, I love your face.
You guys really are making it a goal to make me blush today, aren't you? And you guys are also getting me on a day where I just kind of did my eye makeup. I didn't really do the foundation or, anything else, the blush, nothing. So you guys really are making me, blush. I'm so happy you when I asked you to do this, that you said yes. I mean, it's just, it's great. I love it.
I'm just glad that you asked me. I was like, really? You want me?
I ask her to do something, she's always surprised. Every time.
I'm so surprised. I'm like, me? I'm like, I look behind me like there's someone else. Like, who are you talking to? Oh, me?
Every time you act surprised. I don't know why either. You just, at this point, you should just, just accept it. I'm asking. I'm always going to ask you to do so.
Okay, good. Danielle says, thank you for doing this. It's been fun. Courtney says, have an amazing day. Get that writing done. We will.
You need to finish your book. You told me who the murderer is, but I went back. So I've reread her work in progress twice now. Again, I didn't edit it, but I read it. And so now I was looking for the clues, and I need more clues. So she better get writing, because I'm demanding it. I am flat out demanding that she gets working on Graded and Read. She's amazing.
I'm jealous.
And you guys can go back and watch it if you're interested, but she's awesome. Everyone should go follow Courtney. Everyone should subscribe to her channel. And congratulations, little miss. She just did, I think it was 1,200 subscribers. So everyone go subscribe. Make sure she reaches her numbers. I mean, I'm so proud of her and happy for her. And I retweeted her link, so she's already on my Twitter. If you aren't subscribed yet, go find her.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I'm really jealous that you've read her stuff, by the way.
She read the first chapter of Graded and Read during the live stream. It's called Starting as a Mystery Novel. And so if you guys you can click over there and you can all hear her read the first chapter of her book. And it's awesome.
That is awesome.
We're making her blush now.
You guys are the best. And Courtney, I will send you my email. And Kristen Ashley says, yes, so many more. I'm thinking you're meaning write-ins, and would love to do this again. And yeah, writing is my passion. We should definitely have more of these. I love it. Let's plan it out.
I can do that. We can do that. It's possible. You guys voted for today being Words on the Page. I know now we're talking. We're not even writing. We're just talking about Words on the Page. But yeah, you guys voted for today for to be Words on the Page. So I can always post more stuff on Twitter to keep you guys, so that you can tell me what works best for you and stuff. So make sure you're following my Twitter as well as the Words on the Page on Twitter, which is @WordsOnThePage. So I was posting stuff there. And so that was where I think I posted the original poll for today to be Words on the Page on. So if you guys are not already following, make sure you do that, because I want your input. And the only way I think I get your input is if you actually are following and then see what I'm posting. So I'm not actually trying to just make you get, the number higher. I want you to actually be able to participate. Sometimes I feel as if people say go follow because they want numbers. I'm like, no, the only way you're actually going to see if I post a poll is if you're following for the most part. So I don't mean that to, be a plug for the Twitter, but I want you to be able to see the poll and participate. So the only way I'll know what the only way I think I am getting tired. I know I need more of the caffeine. The only way I'll know what days work for you is if you tell me. So make sure you tell me what's going on when we ask for your input. So anything else? She's nodding, thumbs up.
I agree with everything. Everything that comes out of her mouth, just assume that I agree with it.
I feel a little tongue-tied moment. This is what happens when you eat forever, and then you run out of your Starbucks. Because this is the melted ice, and I don't want to drink melted ice. So I need more caffeine now.
Alrighty. So this was, like I said, a success. I love all you guys. I'm proud of us. And I think that's a wrap.
I know. Thank you for everyone who participated and joined us in the write-in. I mean, you are all amazing. Just thank you so much. And it's so nice to see people participating in Words on the Page. This was an idea. So it's so amazing when you see your idea become something real. And so it really does just melt my heart, makes me smile. I love it. I love you. And it's just good luck getting your Words on the Page. Good luck with your writing. And I want to read your book someday. I want it. I want to be able to walk into the bookstore, see your name on the book, and say, I know them. I know her. So you got to keep writing. Bye, loves. I love your face too, Courtney. Everyone should be following Courtney, and I hope you guys do follow each other because this is your tribe. These are your bookish friends. So make sure you guys exchange your little communications and information because, you're my bookish family, my writing friends. So
yeah, I love it. This is our tribe. Totally true. I love it.
I always say, you guys are my writing family, and you are my writing family. You are. And she's nodding like, yes, you are my writing family.
Yes, I love it. All right, my lovelies. Mwah.
Bye, everyone.
I hope you write more. Love you guys.
And get your words on the page. Have a nice one. Bye.